Yes, guys, good morning. Oh, the chaos is amongst us, isn't it? Oh, the first time in a while we have had strong signs that there are strong wins and that there could be a game called off. The Merseyside derby, the 12:30 kickoff, the early game in Liverpool is highly in doubt. That make no doubt about it. We have got a poll running. What do you think? No one here is an expert, unless you're the Merseyside police. You probably don't know at the moment, but discussions are taking place, I think, from 8 a.m. this morning. So right now, whether the game will go ahead. Get voting in the chat. Do you think the Liverpool game will be called off? 36% of you currently voting yes. Hello to so many of you in the chat as well. Good morning. It's deadline day. Sander says quite windy. Yeah. Proj, good morning to you. I don't think the game will be postponed. Liverpool just posted match day post. That would have been forecast day. That would have been a scheduled post there, Leo. FPL Discomfort makes a very good point. Aintree, the horse racing location in Liverpool. I went to Aintree 2 years ago, guys. It is literally probably a 15-minute drive from Goodison. A 15-minute drive from Goodison Park. Aintree, they've called off their race meet. Of course, horses can't run against it. There's different conditions, but this isn't really about conditions on the turf for me. Probably at Aintree, but certainly at Goodison. This is about fan safety. Big crowds, high numbers. And that is why there is a good chance the game will be called off. It will come down to a fan safety question. It will not come down to what's the on-field conditions like. I don't think. I think the on-field drainage at Goodison will be good enough. Does the weather change people's captaincy? We've got to talk about that. Of course, Mo Salah and vice captaining outside the fixture. Good morning. I hope it's called off. That's good for the non-casuals. Yeah, maybe. Look, if you've still got your triple captainship, we'll speak about that when the triple captain can be played and if the game is rescheduled, where that could drop into. A lot depends on the EFL Cup, by the way. I've got loads to show you on that. Can someone explain to me why talks are going on about cancelling the game? Purely the wind. Purely the wind. Good morning, Macam. Hello, everyone. Oh, thank you. Just Incredible says, do support the channel by hitting those buttons. If you fancy it, then that's always awesome. But I've got loads to show you this morning. I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you some bits from the weather. I'm going to show you some bits from Ben Krellin around game week. A few game week options for double game weeks, if that makes sense. That makes sense? I think it does. Of course, scanning Twitter for any of the latest announcements. We do know that discussions are taking place as we speak. Of course they are. Yeah, exactly. Stinking hot in Sydney. Yeah, I've got that breakdown to show you on screen, guys. I'm going to be sharing screen in just a second. So let's get to it, shall we? Of course, we know what's going on. We know what's going on. Let me know where in the world you are and what the weather forecast is, by the way. Let me know what you're thinking. Where in the world are you and what's the forecast? So I'm in Rutland and it's wet and windy. Just a little brief, just description of the weather where you are. It's always fun to flash through up. We'll show some and then I'll get to all the visual stuff I want to show you. The maps, the conditions in Liverpool. No electricity at 10 p.m. last night in Edie's in Ireland. Cloudy in Cyprus, in Doha, Spanners 27. Muggy AF in Sydney. Lots of tea and biscuits. Definitely a sofa day. Finland cold. Scotland wet. Ireland some yeah, okay. Southeast howling wind. Yeah, Joburg. I mean, in England, if you're on the coast, there's a good chance you're in a red weather warning. I'm in the moment in an amber warning. Melbourne's humid. Pompey's, yeah. Nairobi's sunny. Zimbabwe's very hot. Love that. The FPL deadline, will it be pushed back? I don't know if they'll change it. It depends when the game is called off. If the game is called off very soon, and I hope we get clarity soon, then there's a good chance the deadline moves to 1:30. Oh, doctor, yeah. South Africa, Joburg. Yeah, love that. Right, let's crack on. Thank you for all your comments. Keep them coming in, by the way. I'm still reading them all. And guys, it will massively help the algorithm if you hit that like button nice and early. More people then get to see the stream if it sees people are liking and subscribing. So hit those buttons. But look, let's crack on, shall we? Oslo's wet. Yeah. Good to see so many of our channel members in. Yeah, thanks, Keith. You're a legend. Estonia, snowing coldy. Bangladesh, sunny. Yeah, all these hitting the narrative as you'd expect. So look, As things stand, Liverpool is part of that yellow zone on the map of Great Britain. This is valid from 1 a.m. last night to 9 p.m. tonight in England. Gusts of 70 to 80 miles per hour in this zone, right? The yellow zone is therefore part of an amber warning. Liverpool is part of that. Just off the yellow into the green is Manchester. Now, Man United do play later. It's worth noting that. I don't think we need to worry. But if you're vice captaining, you might not want to go with a Man United player, just in case. Like the other home games today, right? We've got Everton. We know that's highly at risk. Villa is Birmingham, middle of the country. Fine. Brentford, London, fine. Palace, London, kind of fine. Manchester, the only other game today outside of London, Birmingham, and Liverpool. Manchester is very close to Liverpool. I think it's absolutely fine, but there's a part of me, a 10%, that just goes, if Liverpool is called off, then United could be too. Just throwing it out there. The deadline, I think, will likely be moved if the game is cancelled early. If the game's not cancelled for a few hours, the deadline probably stays where it is. Okay, so just to recap, the red zone, people that live in the red zone are literally getting messages saying, do not leave the house. That is a red amber warning, and travel is not advised at all. At all. The amber message is slightly different. You can travel in the amber. It's just take precautions, be careful. And obviously recommended that, you don't go out unless you really need to. Events, though, ticketed event, some might argue that's something you should attend, hence a football match. Free hit if cancelled is bold, Paul. We can look at that. We'll look at that. A red amber warning. I've been up since 5 a.m. with a banging headache. It was the storm that kept me up. A red amber warning is definitely a new one. So we got a red and an amber warning, two different warnings in different parts of the country. Same area of the country, but all red in the west of Wales and the south of Wales, and then amber pretty much the western part of the UK. And Liverpool is included in that, right? Why are we talking about the game being called off? Because genuinely is at risk. Let me show you why. So here's the forecast in Liverpool this morning. I screen grabbed this just a minute ago. It's clearly the rain, but it's the wind too, right? Severe weather warning. It's the gusts of, we can see their forecast, like 60, 70 miles an hour. Yeah, it's high rainfall in Liverpool. Now, Liverpool did tweet last night in a joint statement with Everton to say supporters attending the Merseyside derby at Goodison are advised to allow extra time and remain alert to Met Office weather warnings. Now, those weather warnings will be updated consistently and can absolutely change, hence them pushing the Met Office. It's a pretty 50-50 vote at the moment. Look, no one knows unless you work for Merseyside Police. But what we do know is, this was tweeted last night by Espion Cop, decision to be made from 8 a.m. onwards, hence me streaming at 8 about the weather. Will the game go ahead? Now, the game will not be pushed back. That's not how sporting events work in the UK. We're not going to see, play at 3 o'clock then, or play at 5. If it's called off, it's called off. And we'll talk about where it could sit in terms of where the game could be moved. But if the game does go ahead, then we've seen on Reddit, this is from Fancy PL or UQWERTY1519. Since the date of September, the earliest that they could find back when there was gusts, Salah has scored 20 goals in the 22 games he has played on days where there were gusts of 40 miles per hour. So when it's windy, actually, Salah does well. The data doesn't include assist goals only. This includes 2 hat-tricks, 2 braces, and 6 blanks. All weather data from MetroStat. How cool is that? So, in windy conditions, it must be said, 40 miles per hour is hardly gales or gusts. Like, 40 miles per hour is just a bit of wind, right? We're talking about 60, 70. Now, you could say, what do we think of conditions when it's windy? Do you see more goals in the wind or less goals in the wind? When it's raining, do you see more goals or fewer goals? I always think in August, you get more goals at the start of the season for 2 reasons. And in May, right? Start the season and end of the season. Yeah, so a good point, Kieran. Kieran's glass half empty on this one. That means 28% chance he blanks. And this season, he's only blanked, what, twice out of 14? So he's at what? 15%? Morning Stormwatch people, yeah, we're absolutely here. I think I'm with Superpod. Probably fewer goals in the wind, but in the rain too, remember. Does the rain mean it's harder for goalkeepers? Absolutely. Does the rain mean it's more difficult for centre-backs? Probably. And judging the ball in the wind? Absolutely. So can forwards benefit from bad weather? Yeah, they can. I would love to know the stats, if anyone's got it, on good weather versus bad weather in the Premier League. And we classify bad as wind and rain, and we classify good as dry and sunny. I expect there's more goals when it's dry and sunny. However, it also must be said, dry and sunny conditions, stay with me on this, are start of the year, start of the season, August, September, and end of the season, like end of April and May, right? Now, at the start and end of the season, you could also give a narrative that you should get more open, expansive football. At the start of the season, teams haven't had long on the training ground. Defenses might be a bit slack. There might be more spaces. Players have more energy. There's loads you could build into it. And it happens to also be sunny and dry. Let's see. If you're just tuning in and going, what the hell is he talking about? We're just playing. We're just playing to go, is there a higher or lower chance of goals in bad conditions? I think that's quite a fun discussion to have, isn't it? It's 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning. Why would we not be having that discussion? The FPL deadline is currently at 11 o'clock, guys. There is a chance the deadline gets pushed back if the game is cancelled. Okay. We still don't know. We still don't know if the game will be cancelled. I am currently sitting with okay, we have an ITK account. That says the Merseyside derby needs a rest. That's interesting. The Merseyside derby needs a rest. This is from a guy that leaks Liverpool team news. I expect, guys, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I expect there's a very, very good chance the game is cancelled. Genuinely. FPL Rockstar is someone that would know. Let me put that on screen and show you guys. Interesting. So we could be getting a tweet from the clubs. The first we should see of it, an official source, is likely to be the Premier League or Everton or Liverpool. I expect the Premier League, if not Everton. It's not Boona. No. It's not Boona. It's FPL Rockstar. Let me show you the tweet. Don't go anywhere, guys. I'll show it to you. I've got it here. Wow. Yeah, FPL Rockstar does say that. You're quite right. And he is someone that leaks Liverpool team news. So, look, with that in mind, I hope it's off as a Liverpool fan. I tell you what, guys, if it's off and announced now, there's a very good chance the deadline gets pushed back. If anyone can find out what precedent we've got of that, I don't know if we've had the first game off. I remember Spurs Burnley not that long ago. Like a couple of years ago, but I don't think it was the first game of the game week. So in terms of deadlines being moved, FPL Tony has also tweeted no Salah this week. Maybe I'll find out what a green arrow is. He might just be reacting to Rockstar, but yeah. Guys, the chaos. It's all a bit of fun, though. This has to be a game. And look, as engaged managers, we should welcome chaos. We genuinely should welcome chaos. Like, why would we not want chaoticness? I want chaos. We're engaged managers. It means we can react accordingly. I don't have a triple captainship, which is a bit of a nightmare. Look, for those that have got triple captain, it massively, massively helps. Okay. Check WhatsApp, says Michael Saville from our members chat. Yeah, I've got this stuff on screen now. Does look like Benny Blanco's also tweeted. Oh, we did say, didn't we? We did say it would be kind of 8 a.m. this morning. We would get stuff. Confirmed off. Confirmed off. Wow. Looks like the game is off. Does look like the game is off. So should we talk a little bit about, well, let's talk about what this means for our teams this week. Does it mean we're forced into a transfer because we own a couple of Liverpool players? Does it mean we need to talk about actual other captaincy options? I think it probably does. I think it probably does. Wow. The drama. Oh, only 70 likes. Guys, please do hit the like button if you fancy like supporting the stream in any way. The like helps the algorithm. More people will see it. We're going to talk about where we go from here, okay? Let's start to have a look about some replacements then. Should we do a captaincy poll? Let's assume there's no Salah. So who is our captain? Okay. Wow. Guys, the development this morning in the last 20 minutes, we knew it would be good to go live at 8. I knew it. We should be live. We're getting an announcement. You have to tell fans with good notice. So game week 14, is it 14 or 15? Good God, it's 15. Game week 15 captain, see, away from Salah. So is it Palmer? I expect. Is Saka worth a punt? Is there anyone else? Watkins, if you own him. Bruno, if you own him, I think is an option. Genuinely. I own Bruno. Get voting in the poll, guys. Haaland captain for many. Haaland captain for many. Watkins, if you own him, is a great shout. Watkins owning is a great shout. Yeah, Mikolenko won't be playing. So look, if I show you like my team, for example, by the way, the Liverpool derby, this is the last time at Goodison Park. 983 metres between the two grounds. I saw that on One Football. Thought that was a pretty cool stat. Before we talk about captaincy and what to do, let me just give you a quick nod on where the game could sit. Ben Crellin, who's the best at planning fixtures, he reckons an extra double game week could be played, but a lot will hinder. There's already doubles in 33 and 36. If Liverpool reach the EFL Cup final, we could see the game move to game week 25. If Everton Liverpool was blown and don't reach the EFL Cup final, then the fixture would likely move to game week 33. Game week 33 is already going to be a double game week. There'll be 4 other doubles. 4 other teams likely have a double. So the highest chance of this fixture moving is probably 33, which is already part of a double game week. Okay. There is a chance, however, if Liverpool do reach the EFL Cup final, the fixture then can't go in 33 and it goes somewhere else. And it goes somewhere else as a standalone where triple captain Salah, where he's got an Everton fixture as one of his games, will absolutely be on. Will absolutely be on. Yeah, maybe free hit in 33 will be popular. Thank you guys to all of my ultras. Update me in the WhatsApp group as well. Any breaking news we're putting on screen, we've got. That's fun. There we go. The game's off. Who would have thought it, eh? Who would have thought it? It's the fact we've got it so early. We got it proper early, which is great. It allows us now a little bit of time to plan. Let's see when the Premier League tweet and if they're going to go with a move deadline. Just changing the title of this show, guys. I'm gonna call it Liverpool Game Off because I think we can go with that. I'm half tempted by Liam Delap. Wow, guys, thank you to the 700 people that are watching. I would love to show you my team and talk about the decisions I'm going to make. I would also love your contributions in the chat. So get your thoughts in, get your questions in, get voting in the poll. 48% of you are now looking at Palmer as a captaincy option. 24% Saka, 10% Watkins, 19% are going to go rogue and just go, this is a week already with chaos. Oh, Web Singer, you're too kind. Hit the like button, chums. Let's make G more popular than he is. Thanks, guys. Look, I'm small fry when it comes to YouTube. At 9 o'clock, when the other YouTubers start, I expect you're going to leave me and go and watch them, right? So if you fancy giving me the sympathy vote of a subscribe, you'd be so welcome. But yeah, genuinely, if you like my streams, then Sunday mornings are the best time to catch me. And subscribe with notifications. 9:30 every Sunday morning. We run through all the Saturday games with awesome, I hope, information for you guys. Visual stuff, pass maps, average positions, XG plots, all the stats, all the visual stuff. Johan staying here. Glad to hear it. Good stuff. Let's get to it then. My team, if there's no Salah, then fortunately I only have one Liverpool player, right? So Salah comes out. I just get the auto sub of Solanke. Solanke comes in. But here's a big decision I've got to make. I've got 0.6 in the bank, right? With 0.6 in the bank, do I swap Solanke out? Do I use a transfer? 8.1 to spend. I could buy Jackson. We know Jackson's going to start. Jackson's 8.2. Can't do that. We know Isak. Well, again, 8.5. Slightly out my price band. I do, however, I can, however, reach Havertz. 7.9 million. Kai Havertz. Fulham away. Don't know if it's the best entry point. Probably just play Solanke, but I've got options there. I've genuinely got options. Mid-price forwards, there's a fair few. Ollie Watkins is obviously more expensive. I could go rogue into someone like a Strand Larson, and then I can go Trent next week. That's an option. Evan Nilsson, he's got Ipswich away, could go there. Again, if I went Evan Nilsson, for example, that saves me 2 million. That 2 million can be then used to get a Timber next week or a Trent next week. It's one to think about. Rolling is also, of course, an option, but I don't really like Solanke in. Guys, captaincy vote is on. The game does look like it's not officially called off yet, I don't think. We've just got ITKs like FPL Tony, like Rockstar, tweeting that effectively the game is off. And if that's the case, we need to think about what we're doing with our FPL teams ASAP, right? Of course we do. We need to be going, okay, how deep's our bench? Because some have got Van Dijk and Trent as well as Salah. Some are relying on Mykolenko. Of course, you might need to take a hit this week just to get 11 out. If that's the case, don't know. Merseyrail, by the way, have cancelled some of the trains. That was never a good sign. Obstruction at the track. There's also disruption on the New Brighton and Elsmore port lines. We do know, if you're just joining, this is what we know so far in terms of actual straight hard facts. This is the forecast. Amber warnings. It ain't good. Will the deadline be pushed? We don't know yet. We know Liverpool is bad with weather. We know Liverpool and Everton had a joint statement yesterday, and that joint statement said, keep your eyes on the Met Office. Right, but we know at 8 a.m. this morning, a decision was going to be made, and it looks like that decision has now been made. So we don't need to look at stats about how good Salah is when the weather's bad. Doesn't really matter because the game's not going ahead. This is the last game, Merseyside derby at Goodison Park, by the way, in the league. They could draw each other in a cup game, I guess. But yeah, when will that be rescheduled? That's the big question. So it's likely to be rescheduled. The earliest opportunity is game week 19. Unlikely, though. It doesn't give fans much time. If it's not 19, we're then looking at when can it sit in. And as things stand, it depends on what Liverpool do with the EFL Cup. If Liverpool reach the final, we could see it move to game week 25. Game week 25 is a single game week, right? Everton-Liverpool would become part of a double game week. Triple captain Salah would be on the cards. However, the most likely scenario is that Liverpool don't reach the EFL Cup final and it drops into game week 33. Game week 33 is when the EFL Cup final will be played. And game week 33, well, it's already going to be a double game week for like 4 teams. So yes, triple captain's an option, but free hit is an option. Maybe the mystery chip will be an option that week too. So we're going to get a double game week for Liverpool. We're going to get a double game week for Everton. We know that. By the way, we also know this morning straight away, like the signs were there. We saw announced early on before even the football like news, it was announced that the racing Aintree was called off. Again, fan safety is the priority here, and that is the reason. Fan safety is the reason why the game will have been cancelled. Like, you've got to think straight away, drainage is going to be good enough. Of course, drainage is going to be good enough on these pitches, Premier League pitches anyway. So there we go. FPL Lard says, clickbait by people who aren't even in the loop. They met 8 a.m. and nothing has changed. I don't know, FPL Lard. I would suggest that the likes of FPL Rockstar and FPL Tony, more so than me, have a proven track record of giving us early information before official sources. Okay? They regularly, in fact, every single game week, tweet team leaks from clubs like Liverpool. The game's clearly off. If they're saying it's off, I trust them. So yeah, I've called the show Liverpool game off, and I genuinely think it is. Not clickbait, just information we have. I said last night, I text the WhatsApp group to say, I've got a friend that works for Merseyside Police doing security for Everton home games. And he texted me and he said the game was off last night. I just didn't want to reveal that because I didn't know it was accurate information. As soon as we had more accurate information this morning, I was willing to share it. But anyone that's in my WhatsApp group will know I said I'm pretty confident the game will be off because that's the information he has. He wasn't 100%, which is why I couldn't share it. He was saying he thought the game would be off, and he works for Merseyside Police in the know, right? And then this morning we've had even more information. Guys, if you're enjoying the show so far, I never have 900 people watching me. Thank you for joining. I would love you to take this opportunity to hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button if you can. 200 of you have liked so far. Massively helps the algorithm. I want to help you with your deadline dilemmas as well. So talking you through it this morning, where we go with double game weeks, where we go with our teams. But yeah, please do show your support by subscribing as well. Gucci says, I'm at Anfield. I know that's not true. Gucci is at... Gucci's in Australia. Apparently, oh, there we go. David Ornstein. I think, is that the first official source then? David Ornstein, who is football correspondent for The Athletic. He has tweeted Everton versus Aston Villa called off. There you go. That's all you need to know. Ornstein has tweeted to his 3 million followers. Does that help the clickbaitiness? Huh? It'll move to 1:30, the deadline. We don't know that formally. Yeah, Michael Scott says they've done it. Nothing on Sky Sports app. No, guys, I can confirm the game is off, okay? Absolutely can confirm that. once Ornstein tweeted, you're like, yes. Game's going to be rescheduled. So postponed. And by the way, it was postponed because of safety grounds. We don't know. FPL have not announced if the deadline will move to 1:30. So we've got to assume. So FPL have not announced if the deadline will move to 1:30, but they will likely update soon. So I'm reading this out loud because I am just putting this on the bottom of the page for anyone just joining. There we go. It's there. Thank you guys for all your questions. Brilliant early stream, G. Thanks, Prod. Yeah, I just knew because my friend had literally told me that the game will be. He thought the game would be off, so I was like, I've got to do an 8 o'clock stream. So guys, this is my team as we speak. But I just want to keep coming back to the fact that we know now the game is off. So where do we go from here? Well, what's the big news? Is it who are we going to captain? Is it where we're going to play our chips later in the season? I think we can worry a little bit about chips later in the season and the double game week tomorrow, the day after. If you want the headline touch points, it's really simple, right? Liverpool's participation in the EFL Cup will determine where their double game week sits. It could slot early, right? It could slot in game week, Ben, I think said 19. Unlikely. It could slot in 25 if Liverpool reach the final of the EFL Cup. If they don't reach the final of the EFL Cup, expect it in 33. That's when the final will take place, and there'll be other doubles in that time. If it's in 33, triple captain Salah will be less popular because there'll be other double game weeks. Think mystery chip, think free hit, think wildcards. If it drops into 25, though, because Liverpool have got to the EFL Cup final, triple captain Mo Salah will be everyone's move. I don't have triple captain, which is really bloody annoying. I used it on Haaland when he clocked 2.4 XG versus Southampton away and only got 6 points. Guys, never mind about triple captain. Let's not think about that yet. Let's think about what we're going to do this game week. Okay. So, guys, by the way, you may have seen this flash up on screen. If you fancy, now this might not be the moment for many. Champions League Pick'em, scan the QR code, click the link in the description. They're giving away $1,000 worth of prizes every single pool, every single match day in the Champions League. You just got to predict the results. It's that simple, right? I'm in the chat. Give it a go if you fancy. But you're all thinking FPL right now. If you're chill, you can play the game right now. If not, you might want to come back to it in an hour. But let's think about what we're doing with our teams. I currently have the armband on Salah. That's moving. Salah's going to be off, and I'm going to have, of course, Cole Palmer as my captain. I think. I also have Bruno. But big decision to be made over Bruno because he plays in Manchester today. Okay? Bruno in Manchester is quite close to Liverpool. It puts me off a tiny bit. It's so close. Like when we look at the weather forecast, like the bad areas here, Liverpool's on that yellow, right on the edge of the yellow. Manchester's half an hour away. For half an hour. I think Manchester's Liverpool's half an hour in the car, maybe 40 minutes. Like Manchester, I'm sure goes ahead. It's the 5:30 game tonight. I'm sure it'll be fine. But I'm slightly put off. Yeah, is it not half an hour? Is it more like 45 minutes? Yeah, let's not be put off. I don't want to scaremonger. I don't want to scaremonger at all. I'm just saying I'm probably not going to go Bruno. And the bad weather, whether the game's on or off, is one of the reasons why. Because you're going to get more rain, more wind. And I would argue that fewer goals are scored when the weather is bad. if anyone's got any data on that, good weather versus bad weather and the amount of goals scored, then let me know. Because Cole Palmer, for example, well, he plays when the weather's slightly better, right? Cole Palmer plays on Sunday when there's less rain expected in London. So maybe versus Bruno plays on Saturday when there's lots of rain expected in Manchester. Okay. Worse for goalkeepers. Worse for goalkeepers. Yeah, we'll get double game week. We will get more double game week news. Not for a while, though. Just so you know, if you want double game week news, it's likely that it will drop in 33. If Liverpool reach the EFL Cup final, it probably drops in 25. Okay? Look, I like Bruno as a captaincy option. I do. I just am put off by the fact that he's playing in conditions that have a ton of rain. A ton of rain. And I'm like, is that good for Bruno in an open play game? Or does that suit Nottingham Forest parking the bus? I'm not, to be honest, it's a really tough one. I don't quite know. I don't quite know how I feel with that. Like, I expect, and this is not without seeing any data, I expect more rain, more wind, probably means fewer goals. And therefore, games today, especially those in the Northwest, like Man United's Forest, I expect it's going to be more tricky to score goals. But it's also going to be really tough conditions for Sales in goal. Therefore, maybe that's good for Bruno. I just think Palmer feels like a good punt this week. I liked Palmer this week anyway. I was going to go Salah, sure, but I've spoken all week how I do think there's an opportunity there with Palmer too. Until the bad weather, I also thought there was probably an opportunity with Bruno, if I'm completely honest. So look, these are the fixtures. Today, of course, ignore the top one. Aston Villa, well, that's Birmingham. Then it's London, Manchester. We're doing just off geography. And then tomorrow, the forecast in London tomorrow, let me have a look. Because again, Fulham, they're playing at home. So Fulham and Arsenal are in London. When we look at the weather forecast tomorrow in London, rain's forecast, but it's lighter. And winds are much lower. So wind speeds are like under 40. But yeah, it's going to be raining in London tomorrow too. When we're watching all these football matches, it's going to be wet. Pretty much across the entire weekend. Wow, this is fun. This is fun. The chaos is good. Trust me, the chaos is good. Some will be disappointed. Yeah, I don't think the Manchester games will be off, Paul. I don't think they will be. But Manchester, of course, is going to be at risk. And the reason why is where we look at the really bad patches of the UK. Yes, it's Wales mainly, the red warnings. The red warnings, by the way, guys, are do not leave your house. Literally don't go out. Amber warnings is the massive precautions and sporting events cancelled. Just outside of that amber warning is Manchester. And I'm just putting it on people's radar. No, do not sell Bruno. Guys, don't sell Bruno. The game's very, very, very likely to go ahead. I'm just saying there's a slim chance. That's all. And that's just that's no intel there. That's just me punting. Who to captain, though? I do think Haaland, if you own him, is a great shout. Not going to lie. I think Haaland, if you've got him. If you don't own Haaland, I rank them as Palmer number 2. Is Saka a good bet? I like Fulham. Wow. Huge wins recorded in North Wales. Yeah. And that's why the game's off. The Liverpool game, guys, I can confirm is off. We now know that. It's awesome to have 1,200 of you on. Thank you so much. I can't tell you. This is my record, right? I've never had 1,200 people watching live. Maybe I did when Haaland's price was announced, actually. But genuinely, I don't get these sorts of views on YouTube because I don't stream consistently on Saturday mornings and you guys don't know to come here. I would love you to come here more often. Sunday mornings, I do an awesome stream at pretty much this time. I start at 9:30 UK time. Come and join me on Sunday mornings. We go through all of the Saturday games in detail. I show all the visual stuff, the XG plots, the pass maps. It's genuinely my best stream of the week. Simon, I promise you, this 8 a.m. slot is only busy today because of the chaos. If I was streaming at 8 a.m. last week, I'd have 200 people watching. So thank you guys for joining. If I could just ask you all a massive favor, that would be to hit the subscribe button. And that's because if you're subscribed, you're more likely to then come back and see my content. My videos in the week, I think, are better than my lives. And then my Sunday live is the highlight of the week. So lots of content, but please hit the subscribe button and then you at least see it more. If you subscribe, the algorithm will show you more on your For You feed and all that. So subscribes really mean a lot. Is free hit worth a punt? Guys, I don't like free hit this week. I don't like free hit this week. Sure. Like if I was on free hit, where would I go? I would go probably double Man City. I might even take a punt on De Bruyne for 60 minutes though. Do we want him? Definitely Haaland. I'd probably captain Haaland. I'd go double Chelsea attack with Palmer and Jackson, but many of us have got one of them already. Where are the other big upside fixtures? Arsenal Fulham's a tricky fixture this week. Leicester Brighton, meh. Bournemouth Ipswich. If Bournemouth and Brighton were at home, then I'd go double Brighton and double Bournemouth. But they're not. They're away from home, and going to Ipswich and going to Leicester won't be easy. I don't see this as a free hit week. Newcastle, Isak, good pick, but Newcastle aren't good on the road. Brentford are good on the road. Are good at home. Aston Villa, Southampton, you definitely go Ollie Watkins, you definitely go Morgan Rogers, sure. But it's fine to have a slightly weaker squad this week, and it's fine to it's fine to just use your squad. Like at the moment, as things stand, I'm going to be starting Solanke, right? Solanke comes into my 11. Fine. I'm cool with that. I could make a transfer. I've got money in the bank. I can't get up to a Jackson and I can't get up to an Isak, though. That's disappointing. That is a slight issue. Budget forwards, I like this week. I could go Solanke down and then buy a Timber or a Trent. Not a Trent this week, obviously. Budget forwards, I like Evan Nilsson. Don't know, I just want another week. Don't be a curtain sneaker. Hit the like button. Who said that? And subscribe. There's a few curtain sneakers out there. That's why that was why I had my plea to you guys to hit that subscribe button, because I just know so many are lurkers, and that's absolutely fine. But if you want to add value to the chat and you want me to bring your comments up on stream, you want to know more, tell you what, guys, I'll give away 5 channel memberships in the next 5 minutes. How about that? If we get another 25 subs. Okay, I'll give away 5 channel memberships in the next 5 minutes before 9 o'clock or around at 9 o'clock. Let's say at 9 o'clock. In 12 minutes time, I'll give away 5 channel memberships. But you've got to be subscribed to win a membership, obviously. Arsenal thump Fulham. Do you reckon, Keith? Do you reckon? I'm not sure they do. I like Fulham. Will the deadline change? See the bottom of the screen? I don't think so. I don't think the deadline will change. Personally. Oh, no. Let me go back on that. I think the deadline will change. I said all morning, I think the deadline will change if the game's called off early. The game has been called off, but we haven't had anything official from official FPL. And I'm like, I guess I'm 50-50. Do you know what? Let's do a poll. What do you think? Like, guys, this is my opinion. I don't know. I know no more than you. I know no more than you. So let's do a poll. Do you think the deadline will move? Let's see what you think. You know, I know no more extra info. We don't have any precedent because there's never been a first game called off of the game week. We've had games called off, but not the first one, not that I know of. Will the deadline be moved to 1:30? Get your guesses in. Let's have a look. Is it going to be 50-50? Or are you all going to say yes? It's officially been called off, Joshua. Yes, breaking news. Breaking news. It's officially been called off. Liverpool versus Everton is off if you were just joining. Sorry, I keep forgetting. People are, of course, joining. And that's, expected. Breaking news. Everton versus Liverpool is off. There you go. Done. Let's keep that on screen for a minute. People are joining all the time, which is awesome. Nearly 1,400 of you are in. Thank you so much. what has happened. I love the chaos, says Yelena. Guys, do go and follow one of my favorite YouTubers out there at the moment, because she does awesome new different vids. Like, many of you started following me on YouTube when I launched this channel a year and a half because you thought, oh, I do things a little bit differently. Not like Yelena. Yelena does things proper differently. I love her vlogs. I love seeing her videos with her partner, Az. Many of you know Az from Black Box. Go and check out Yelena FPL. Literally right now, just hit the icon and then subscribe, and then come back and watch me, because she's not live at the moment. But you'll absolutely love Yelena. Yelena in the house, says Paul. Keith says Yelena, yup. Like, so many that have seen her. Sammy Yelena's vlogs are awesome. If you know, you know, right? Yet not many know, and the smaller channels deserve more shout outs. And I put myself in that band. I'm a smaller channel and I deserve more love. So while you're there, you can hit that subscribe button if you fancy. Not at all, Yelena. Of course. The hot video, yeah, I was referring to the hot video with Az as one of my favorites. They are great. Heather says, great to see these numbers watching. I know, right? But I know you're all going to leave. I know you're all going to leave soon, because I know what happens in 9 minutes. I know what happens in 9 minutes. All the other YouTubers go on and you want their take too, and I completely get that. That's fine. Hopefully, though, I can provide you with equally as up-to-date information. I feel like I've brought you all that breaking news today, right? And you stay with me. But of course, you're going to go around. You're going to play the field. You're going to have fun. You know, you're not going to settle down until you're at the right time in your life. But that time in your life might come in an hour where you come back to me. Who knows? I want to show you my team as well. I feel like, what the hell is he talking about? Sorry. Double coffee this morning, up at 5 a.m., preparing this stream. I mean, some of you wouldn't have joined at 8 o'clock, but I provided all sorts of content this morning. Awesome graphics on Mo Salah with emojis, weather warnings. I've done my best Michael Fish impression. I've looked at the weather in Liverpool. I've got all the screen grabs from all the people. I've even gone and dug up some info about how good Mo Salah is in bad weather if the game was to go ahead. It didn't go ahead. In terms of double game weeks, just know there's two big options here, right? There's three. Game week 19, there's a small gap in the schedule. It's unlikely to sit in game week 19 because it doesn't give fans much notice. Game week 19 is like end of December, right? It could slot into game week 25 if Liverpool reach the EFL Cup final. If they reach the EFL Cup final and it drops into 25, it'll be a standalone double game week. If you've got your triple captainship, everyone's going to use it on Mo Salah, okay? I've used my triple captainship, but that would be everyone else has one fixture, Liverpool and Everton have two, game week 25. But if Liverpool don't reach the EFL Cup, which I think we could say is more likely than not, Liverpool don't reach the EFL Cup final, that is in game week 33. Now, game week 33 will be a double game week for several teams, and they'll probably just add Liverpool Everton there. That's what Ben Crellin thinks is the most likely scenario, okay? And if that's the case, probably not triple captain. That might be mystery chip week. It might be free hit week. It might be bench boost week. It might be wildcard week, game week 33, because there'll be lots of doubles. Watch this space. Chaos is good. This announcement is good for engaged FPL managers. If you're watching right now, you're one of the 1,400, you're an engaged FPL manager. And trust me when I say this, double game weeks, blank game weeks, cancellations is good. There will be people that hit the deadline this morning, whether that's going to be at 11 or move to 1:30, that do not know the game's even been cancelled. They've got Salah captain and they've got Trent vice captain. There'll be some of them. They'll lose out. We're engaged. When the doubles come around, when the blanks come around, chip strategy, all of that helps us. This announcement is good for us engaged managers, regardless of your team. You might have double Liverpool or triple Liverpool and go, I've been really unlucky. You've probably not been. You're probably still up on the casual manager that doesn't even know about the cancellation, okay? Guys, thank you for joining. I've said I'm going to give away 5 channel memberships. We need to get another 20 subscribers, and I'll give away 5 channel memberships at 9 o'clock, right? To get a channel membership, you have to be subscribed to the channel. Okay, so hit the subscribe button and then one of you will win a channel membership, which is like extra videos of me. Yesterday, I did a channel members video. It was me, a behind the scenes look around the Premier League productions studios. That was pretty cool. Stuff like that. Thank you guys for joining me this Saturday morning. As things stand, we don't know about the deadline. Okay, the deadline is still in at 11 o'clock. I think it's very, very likely that the deadline Could move to 130. At the moment, we don't know. We're guessing. It's a pretty much 50-50 guess, right? 53% of you think the deadline will be moved. I think I'm swaying there. Thank you so much for the super chats as well. Ryan says, thank you for all the info, G. I would have certainly missed Liverpool news. It's in the middle of the night without the Ultras group. Wow. Yeah, good point, Ryan. For all those in the US or in Canada, Ryan's in Calgary. They don't get the news before the deadline because they're in bed, right? But we were talking about it last night. I updated the group saying, look, I've got a friend that works for Merseyside Police. He's told me he thinks the game will be cancelled. He works on match days for Merseyside Police at Goodison Park. And he said last night, I think the game's going to be off. So I texted a WhatsApp group of the channel members and was like, look, I can't share this publicly because it's not confirmed, but I think the game will be off. And because of that, I'm going to do an 8 o'clock stream. Because of that, I was up at 5 a.m. this morning because the wind woke me up anyway and thought I'd prepare a stream for you guys. Shout out to you, Janny. Is it free hit time or save? I don't love the free hit. I don't love the fixtures. If Bournemouth and Brighton were playing Ipswich and Leicester at home, better fixtures. If Newcastle were playing Brentford at home, better fixture. But as things stand, yeah, you go a couple of Arsenal in an away fixture, a couple of Chelsea in an away fixture, a couple of Aston Villa versus Southampton. That's the big upside game. But other than that, I don't love it for free hit at all, Troy. Thank you so much for the super chat. It's not for me. It's not for me. Do we have anything official? FPL deadline remains unchanged. The deadline fantasy moment set the squads will remain at 11 o'clock on Saturday. Is that official? Have they tweeted that? Let's have a look. We were pretty split, weren't we? They've not tweeted anything. They've not tweeted anything. Is that written on the website? So far, no tweet from official FPL guys. I'm just looking to see if there's anything on the website. I was at the Premier League yesterday. I wish this was all happening yesterday. I would have actually been able to bring you the news even quicker. We'll keep you up to date. FPL app news article, is it, Jamie? Let's have a look. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. There's nearly 1,500 of you in. The big news, of course, is that the game's off. But the big news we really want to know now, because this moves so fast, is all about when the game will go ahead. When the deadline goes. When will the deadline be? So, as things stand, I'm just reading on the app. FPL deadline remains unchanged. Wow, okay. The FPL deadline, guys, it's 11 o'clock. We now know. More breaking news. I'm loving this. I feel like I'm on Sky Sports News this morning. I'm not actually in. I'll be in Sky next weekend. FPL deadline remains. They've actually said managed that the squad will remains unchanged. Remains unchanged and will stay at 11 a.m. Wow. We didn't see that one coming. Well, 50% did. So I'm just trying to sort my banners out. FPL deadline stays at 11 o'clock. Awesome. Thank you guys for the updates. I love having the chat. I love you having the chat. Thank you, Jamie. You were on that before anyone, I think, in the chat. Hey, G, any other thoughts about games being postponed today? Look, the Manchester game is a slight risk, okay? I think the game goes ahead. I don't want to scaremonger here. All I'm saying is I wouldn't captain and vice-captain in the Manchester United game this evening, just in case. So you captain Bruno, but have your vice captain outside of Manchester, because we can see Liverpool, Manchester, they're fairly close by. It's going to be bad weather. This is all about fan safety. The pitches can cope. Of course the pitches can cope. Guys, stay with me on YouTube if you fancy. I would love you to stay with me this morning. We'll talk about double game weeks. We'll talk about other captaincy options. We'll also, of course, look at why the United game could be at risk. Everton, we know is off. Villa, the Midlands, middle of the country, it's fine. Brentford, London, Palace, London, Manchester at 5:30 versus Forest, right next to Liverpool. Bad weather will be forecast. Whether the game goes ahead or not, is it going to be goal scoring conditions? I'm not so sure. Guys, I'm going to give away 5 channel memberships very soon. Stay with me and hit that subscribe button to win a channel membership. Just need to sort out Everton vs Liverpool is off and deadline stays at 11 a.m. There we go. That's the breaking news this morning. Deadline's going to stay. Oh, yeah, I wish I had my triple captainship. It is worth noting, though. We can all look at it and go, I wish I had my triple captainship. Liverpool going to get a double game week. Liverpool get the double game week, but it's most likely to drop in game week 33. Okay, and game week 33 is when other teams also have doubles. I don't think game week 33 is going to be a triple captainship week. I think it'll be a mystery chip. I think it will be a free hit or a bench boost for many. Okay, I'm 10 miles from Villa Park and it's windy, but not gale force yet, says Sean. Thank you for that update. Captaincy poll. Let's do a captaincy poll then. Where are we going? The big decision now needs to go to captaincy. Okay, where are we going for captaincy? I'm guessing if you own Haaland, a lot will go there. So game week 15 captain. Palmer's going to be the most popular. I think that's where I'm going. Haaland, Saka, Bruno. Get voting. If you own Ollie Watkins, you might go there. It is officially off. The game has officially been cancelled. Yes. I wouldn't promote it as heavily as this if it was still in doubt. I'm saying with absolute assurance, the game is off. Ornstein has tweeted. The clubs have tweeted. It's off. I promise you that. The game has been cancelled. Everton versus Liverpool is confirmed as off. No Salah. Who do we captain? Is there a chance that the game will be called back? Absolutely not. The game's gone now. The game is gone. It will not be pushed back. The game is off and it will not be played today. It will be postponed another time. Okay. I'm torn on Saka and Palmer. So yeah, look, a lot will be. We like this chaos. We welcome this chaos. Guys, people have been transferring Salah in. I've just had a friend text me to say that she's transferred Salah in. Oh, no. Rookie error. What you doing? She knew as well. I told her last night. Oh, dear. Oh. Is João Pedro a shout for captaincy? I don't think he is. Yes, Sammy, she did this morning. In the mud, yeah, Haaland owners finally get an edge. I would say, look, if you're a Haaland owner, fair play. You could now be rewarded. 17% of you out there are going to captain Haaland. I expect only about 17% of you right now own Haaland. Did Az transfer Salah in this week or last? I think he went last. How much percentage will the other games be cancelled? The good news is, when we look at the other games, Villa is Midlands, you're fine. Brentford, Palace, London, you're fine. Tomorrow's fixtures, again, you're probably fine. They're down in the southeast. Okay. Man United versus Forest is the only one that should be slightly... Oh, we didn't get him last week. Slightly at risk. Man United versus Forest. If Man United Forest was off, I'd need to make a transfer. So, yeah, that would be rubbish. I think Man United is fine, right? I'm just going to tweet to see if I get anyone giving me extra info saying the Man United isn't at risk, is it? Anyone got any info to reassure a potential Bruno captainer? I don't think I'll captain Bruno, but I'm definitely tempted. I'm probably 60-40 on Palmer Bruno. My concern with Bruno is where he plays, but I do think against Everton, we saw him play in front three and they won 4-0. I think it'll be a very similar team to what we saw against Everton. How can United be fine? Aren't they like 30 miles away? They are, Gucci. It's weird. It's weird because at the moment they are fine. But yeah, like when we look at this map of the UK and we look at the red and amber warnings, Liverpool is literally on the water, and that yellow line, I can't show you my mouse, but just off that yellow line onto the green is Manchester. It's very close to that amber warning, but I don't think the game is in doubt. I think there's a 5% chance but I don't think the game's in doubt in the same way. I would also argue a game being later on gives fans more time to travel. Early kickoff, getting up, being rushed to the game, having less time to travel would have been a slight concern, I expect. Fan safety is what this is all about. Yeah. It's like a geography lesson. Absolutely is. Geography was one of my favorite A levels. Guys, thank you so much for watching. There's 1,200 of you in. I did say if we get 25 subs, we will... with 25 subs, make sure we give away 5 channel memberships. And I am going to do that. Just give me a moment. I don't want to be too distracted from giving away those memberships. But we'll absolutely do that this morning, guys. But you've got to be sub to win. So stay tuned. I'll give away those 5 subs very, very soon. We did see the breaking news this morning. It was FPL Rockstar. It was FPL Tony hitting us early. And we've had that now confirmed by all the big sources. We do also know that the FPL deadline remains unchanged. That's the big news. Like we still have to think about what we're going to do around this deadline. Like we don't have times. Where's the meteorologist? There must be a meteorologist in the chat, is there? Is it worth a free hit? I really don't like it. I really don't like a free hit with these fixtures. Just not for me. If anyone thinks free hit's a good option, let us know in the chat where you'd go. But the fact that Bournemouth and Brighton are away, the fact that Arsenal and Chelsea are away, look, Villa's a great fixture. If Newcastle Brentford was again the other way round, but it's just not good matchups. In terms of triple captaincy and double game weeks, it's likely Salah and Liverpool will get the double in 33. They could get it in 25. If it goes to 25, triple captain Salah on the cards. If it goes to 33, there'll be other double game weeks. You're probably not going to use triple captain that week. Just throwing that one out there. Ben Crellin updated that for us. Guys, we do have Champions League Pick'em if you fancy giving it a go. There's a link in the description. There's a QR code on the screen. Bench boost activated. You can deactivate it, Andre. You can deactivate it. That's the beauty of the chips. You can take them on and take them off. Get bench boost off now, right? Unless you've got really good bench, but I'm guessing you don't this week. Of course, this is my team as well. My big decisions now are who to captain, and we do have a poll running. Guys, let us know who you're captaining. Palmer is going to be Mr. Obvious. He's at 50%. Haaland at 16. Saka 29. Some are going to be concerned about a Palmer rest. Okay, I understand that. Just know Chelsea play in the week and Palmer gets his rest then. Chelsea play in Europe. Palmer's not in the squad. He gets a full rest in the week. There's no reason why Palmer will not start against Spurs tomorrow. Genuinely, don't let that be a concern for you. Palmer will start. Okay. Absolutely, Jackson comes back in as well. Jackson comes back in as well. Of course he does, yeah. So big decisions to make. Guys, I'm going to give away 5 channel memberships. Stay tuned for that. Wink's still out. Yeah, Isak for the armband. Again, it's the home versus the away, right? When I look at the fixtures, I just think I've got Newcastle on the road are rubbish. Brentford on the road, Brentford at home are good. Guys, let me know the upset of the weekend for you. Who's the team that you think will cause the biggest? Yeah, Mr. Chippy Chips, let's ride. Who's the team you think will cause the biggest upset? What's the banana skin fixture here? I'm going to say this might not be an upset to many. This is my upset. This is my prediction. Brentford will beat Newcastle. We're all talking about Isak, and captain. Brentford will win that football match, I think. Fulham, Palace, Brighton lose. Oh, Brighton lose to Leicester, you reckon? I fancy Brighton. Palace at home, funny feeling. Wow, that would be a massive upset if Man City did lost. You're like, oh, they're back to winning ways, not for long. Leicester, Brighton, Wolves. That's a big up, yeah. El Sakiko, West Ham Wolves being dubbed as. Salah, I wouldn't be selling Salah because you've got to use another transfer to bring him back. Southampton to draw? Yeah, maybe. That would be an upset, to be fair. Mighty Bees, yeah. Sammy's our resident Brentford fan. Leicester, a lot fancy Leicester, you know. Vissa, my captain. Yeah, don't mind that, Gucci. Don't mind that at all. People also have money tied up, don't they? Yeah. In Salah. Gianni, yeah, 4-3 and an Isak hat-trick, maybe. Just do note, West Ham on the road last time out versus Crystal Palace. 1 shot and an XG of 0.04. Palace battered them. I know it was a 1-1 draw. Palace battered them. This is my team, by the way. Do I sell Solanke? Let me know your thoughts in the chat. If I sell Solanke, I've got a little bit of money in the bank. I can't reach Isak or Jackson. Where do I go? I could go Havertz. It's a tough one. It's a really tough one. I think I'm going to roll. I like Liverpool defense. I like Fulham at Craven Cottage. I don't like backing against them. In terms of Fulham, let me just check. What did they in the week? Obviously, they played at home, played Brighton. Just want to check the lineups. Yeah, it was Diop and Bassi, the centre-back partnership. Anderson does look like he's out. He didn't make the bench. Do I fancy Havertz versus Bassi and Diop? Maybe I do, but that then limits my spend next week as well. If I need to get a better defender, really I should be shopping for a budget forward. So who do I prefer this week? Do I prefer Chris Wood? No, I don't want to be. The entry point for Chris Wood, I think, has been and gone. Do I want to take a punt on a Danny Welbeck, who should be back fit? Leicester away, Palace at home, West Ham away, Brentford at home. It's a great run of 4 games for Danny Welbeck, has to be said. In terms of an update on Danny Welbeck, we know he missed the game. I think he had a knock and was doubtful. I think he's very likely to come back and start. So Danny Welbeck trained and a late call will be made on the forwards availability. It feels risky buying Danny Welbeck this week. Evan Nilsson, a lot of saying. And I must admit, I really like him. And I am tempted on Evan Nilsson. He's the best of the bunch. I mean, look, I don't actually mind the lap for the fixtures, but I'm not going to go there because he's just a short-term pick. Evan Nilsson is someone you can keep for a while. Ipswich away, West Ham at home, Man United away, Palace at home, Fulham away, Everton at home. Undoubtedly got 6 very good games. If I go Evan Nilsson, I also have a huge amount of money in the bank to then upgrade one of my defenders to a Timber or to a Saliba or to a Trent even next week. So Evan Nilsson is firmly on my mind. Who do we prefer? Evan Nilsson versus Ipswich? Yeah. Or Solanke versus Spurs. Evan Ilson, right? The fear with Evan Ilson is, does he miss a game, and do we see the kid come in? I doubt it. I think when we see the Bournemouth fixtures, we can appreciate that because they don't have Europe, they probably it's a tight turnaround. Don't get me wrong. They play Thursday night, they play Sunday, but then they're not in action till Monday the 16th versus West Ham. They got a long rest, and then the schedule is fine. Like it's 16th. And then it's 16th, 22nd, 26th. They play 3 games in 9 days after that. I think it's fine. The travel's not bad either. Home to West Ham. They then have to go to Manchester, but then they're home again against Crystal Palace. And then the next away game is London, not too far for them. I do like Evan Ilson. I've had my eyes on him for a while. Solanke versus Evan Ilson, definitely a decision I've got to make. Yeah, I think we bench Salah now. He knows the game's off. So if I do Evan Ilson, let me just have a little play with this team. So let's assume the team we can see now, Solanke comes out. Is there any other budget forwards I like? Not really. Like Mateta, he's expensive though, 7.2, but I can obviously afford him. It's just a bad entry point. Strand Larsen? Don't think so. Although he does have Ipswich and Leicester in the next 3. Strand Larsen's genuinely an option, for me. Do I really want Cunha and Strand Larsen? It's just if I went Strand Larsen, I can then get Trent, I think. If I go Evan Ilson, I've then got 2 million in the bank. Trent costs 6.9, does he? Trent's gone up to 7. He actually rose last night. So I can't get to Trent. I can obviously get to Timber. If I go Lewis out for Trent next week, Strand Larsen allows that. But I think I probably want to keep Lewis. Like I know he doesn't start every week, but I'd have 2.5 million to get to Trent if I go Strand Larsen. Who do I sell? Mikalenko's got rough fixtures. Let's say Mikalenko comes out. I'd be short of Trent. I think it's likely I'm going to be going to an Arsenal defender, which then goes, why would I go Strand Larsen? I just go Evan Ilson. So if I'm going Evan Ilson, it means no Trent, but I do get double Arsenal defence. And that double Arsenal defence is so good. I might even upgrade the goalkeeper. Like, it would be a great entry point to buy an Arsenal defender, not this week, but next. Game week 16, Everton at home, Palace away, Ipswich at home. For those 3 fixtures, is just absolutely golden. You could argue, though, Kai Havertz is also gold. If you don't want Evan Ilson, just gives you a bit of a benching nightmare moving forward. I do think there's a good chance I make a transfer now, guys. I think Solanke out needs to happen because I don't want Solanke versus Chelsea particularly. Or do I give myself those 2 free transfers next week? Such a tough one. I've said for ages, double Arsenal attack could be my differential. Having Havertz could be wicked. And then I can go Havertz to Isak in a few weeks if I need to. Having that money in a forward spot might be the move. Does Bruno need to come out my team at some point? Probably. Do you know what? Maybe the move's Isak, but next week, you then in game week 16 get Leicester and game week 17 Ipswich. I think we're all going to feel like we need Isak for Leicester at home and Ipswich away. And obviously, with 2 free transfers, I've just got that freedom to then go Solanke out to Isak. That probably means a Bruno downgrade. Fine. Like Bruno's fixtures, let's see how he gets on. I want to know where Bruno's playing. If Bruno plays in the front 3, we like Bruno, but I'd be selling him ahead of Man City away. Fine. So Bruno could come out the team. I go to a budget mid of, I don't know, let's just say, who do I like? Ahmad. I like Ahmad. Then that gives me 2.9 million in the bank to then sell a Mikalenko for a Trent on a 4-point hit. I think I've got if you're not set, I like Evan Ilson very much, but if you're not 100% sure, you probably shouldn't do anything and probably roll. Should I just play Rutter or use my free transfer? Play Rutter. He got rested in the week. I think he starts. Mackham, play Rutter. Thank you for your questions, guys. I did say I'm going to give away the channel membership, so stay tuned for that. Okay, you've got to hit the subscribe button and we'll give away the channel. I know I said I'd do it by 9, but I'm going to do the channel memberships. I promise you that. So stay tuned to win a membership. I pretty much said I'll give away the channel memberships if we get to 25 subs. And we didn't get to 25 subs, but I'm still going to give away the memberships. So stay tuned for that. You got to be subscribed to win a membership, obviously. How to make sure I get a membership? Music, to have a chance of winning a membership, all you got to do is be subscribed. It will go to 5 subscribers. Yeah, Macam, I like Rutter. He's got to start. He's got to start. It's not time to free hit, guys. It's not time to free hit. It's not time to free hit. The fixtures don't appeal for a free hit for me. Like, if we were Newcastle at home to Brentford, Bournemouth at home to Ipswich, Brighton at home to Leicester, those 3 fixtures jump straight away, free hit teams. But they're all away. So, yeah, Aston Villa, Southampton's good. United Forest is good. You get a man. Yeah, I don't think you need it. I need to go out into the wind soon and see my kids. Oh, well, have fun, Simon. As says, can I answer what? Guys, we'll do some quick fire questions. I'd love to answer your questions, so get them in. Get your questions in. I wouldn't be selling Salah because you'll just want to buy him back. You'll just want to buy him back. Yeah, the game's been updated. Remove the fixture. Oh, you want me to remove it on screen? Okay. If that's offending people, we can remove that. I can do a new screen grab, sure. Just doing the screen grab as we speak, as requested. Do you know what I'll also do? I'll also show you my team, because Solanke's obviously going to come in. Now, do you know what? I'm going to keep Salah in my 11. Just in, let's say some weird thing happened where, the game's announced for Monday night. It's not going to happen, and I'm going to vice captain Bruno. I'm going to vice captain Bruno. How do we feel about that? So, pick 2, Greaves, Ryan Aït-Nouri, Lewis, Vandenberg. You've got to start Rico Lewis. I'd bench Vandenberg and Greaves, I think. No, or probably Aït-Nouri, actually. Rodgers or Hall? Definitely start Rodgers. Lewis or Rodgers to come in? Yeah, Rodgers is a good pick this week, guys. I think Rodgers will start. I honestly really think he'll dart. Just checking in on my WhatsApp group. I did tweet about the Manchester United game just to see if there was any way like the United game could be at risk. Remember, Manchester is close to Liverpool. If yellow weather warning there compared to amber for Merseyside should be all good. So it's yellow in Manchester, amber. There we go. Looks like Manchester's fine. Looks like Manchester's fine. It's not an amber warning in Manchester. It's a yellow warning. So we can see here, like Liverpool fits the amber criteria. Not red in Wales, but amber. It looks like United's fine. So Should you captain Bruno? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm tempted. I'm genuinely tempted, but I don't think I will. Just don't know who he's going to play. Like, he should play front three. Any Bruno in bad weather stats? Oh, good point. Who can find me some Bruno in good and bad weather stats? All I'd say about Bruno, or games in general, when there's bad weather, bad rain, bad wind, you've got a higher chance, I think, of fewer goals. I think there's more chance it's a low scoring game. London Derby, Spurs, Chelsea. I don't know. There's a security there. A lot will go there. I'm loving the Janny Weather show. Thank you, mate. But I just feel like Palmer's flying at the minute. He is flying at the minute. So it takes a brave manager to back against Salah. But now it's going to take a brave manager to, I don't know, check that out for me, Sammy. I don't think it does, transfer market. Does it take a brave manager to back against Palmer now? Like 50% of you lot from over 1,000 votes are going Palmer captain. Half of you are going Palmer captain. So, yeah. I don't know, man. You never quite know what you're going to get with Spurs Chelsea, but we do have a good record against them. It was like 5-2 last year. They got 2% off. They're on the ropes. The deadline does not change. It's still an 11 o'clock deadline. Chaos, right? Absolute chaos. Saka, Palmer, Watkins, Bruno, Haaland. Like, we are captaining in the away fixture, though. It has to be said. Like, Arsenal, if they're at home to Fulham, different story. If Chelsea are at home to Spurs, different story. I'd be saying with conviction. Isak at home to Brentford, you'd go there. But these guys are all away. So it's like, who's the best of the bunch? Bruno's got the home fixture against Forest, who conceded 3 to Man City. United were bad in the week and Bruno played in the middle. They'll go back to where they played against Everton. And where they played against Everton was Bruno in a front three. Bruno looking really good. So I don't know. It's on my mind. It's on my mind. I mean, if we compare where Bruno played in the last few games, like stark contrast. DM versus like front three. Yeah, there's a lot of players playing away this week, isn't there? Oh. Guys, I would leave Salah in your 11. I'm going to move the captaincy and the vice captaincy, but I'm going to keep Salah in my 11, I think. Just in case. 1% chance it happens, but you never know. That they go, oh, it's on Monday or it's on Wednesday and we're extending the deadline. Guys, for the last half an hour, I've needed a wee. All right, I have been holding my wee for half an hour thinking, oh, I might go. But you guys it's buzzing right now, the chat. I don't want to go anywhere. I've still got big decisions to make before 11 o'clock. So I'm going to stay streaming. I'm going to stay on for you guys, but I'm going to run to the toilet. I'm going to be out 60 seconds. You can hopefully time me, see if I can do it in maybe a minute and a half. Have Salah, Trent, Martinez, Aina, free hit. I don't think this is a free hit week, mate. This is not a free hit week for me. The upside is not big enough. I like the Villa fixture for upside. I like United fixture for upside. I like the City fixture-ish, but I don't think this is a free hit week. I'm surprised so many are looking at it. How is Watkins not in the captaincy poll there? Just ownership. No one owns Watkins in the first place. Oh, Johnny says, is it worth joining the WhatsApp group? I'm not going to answer that, Johnny. I'm going to let our members answer that, like Sammy. Sammy, is the WhatsApp group worth it? I absolutely love the WhatsApp group. It's 24/7. But it's absolutely fine. Mackham's in the WhatsApp group as well. Guys, I know you're all going to, so many will want to leave, but please don't go anywhere. I'm going to be back in 90 seconds. I can't hold this wee any longer. I just can't. So stay tuned. Take your mic off for the break. Well, you won't hear me weeing. It's like, it's the other side of the house. I'm going to be back in 90 seconds. Hopefully 90. Hopefully 90. Do you know what? I'm going to leave you full screen to spy on my shirt collection. How many shirts can you name on that rail? Let's move the chair. I've got so many cool shirts. I'll show you when I'm back. How quick was I? I think I was quite long, wasn't I? Toilet break. Sorry, guys. I couldn't hold it any longer. Oh, itchy nose. Right. Yeah, bro taking a long piss. I actually got a quick swig of water as well. Juve, Napoli, Inter, Roma, Brazil. Good form. Guessing my shirt collection. 67 seconds. Not bad. So, yeah, you've nailed that. Juve, Napoli, Inter, Roma, Brazil. Absolutely. These ones, yeah. Lazio, Juve. But, yeah, the Roma shirt. Yeah, it was great. Not gonna get them all out. How am I out of breath? Did you wash your hands? Yeah, I did. Nice and clean. Hope you didn't forget to wash his hands. Everyone says that every time. Every time. I did this on Tuesday. I did a wee break, and everyone was like, "Oh, did you wash your hands?" Yes. I reckon washing hands takes 10 seconds. Like it's not a 60-second job. I know they say like, oh, who washes their hands for more than 20 seconds or 10. Right. How are we doing, team? Big decisions to make. Are you now making a transfer? Some will need to. I'm in a bit of a fortunate position where I don't think it's pressing. I can play Solanke. I do think there's better forwards I want to buy. I want to buy Isak. I want to buy Jackson. I want to buy Havertz. I want to buy Evan Ilson. But if I do any of those moves, it affects what I do next week. And I have a feeling I'm going to want to sell Bruno next week as well as Solanke. Get some money out. Yeah. So Vocal admitted to not washing his hands. So now a thing. Really? I don't believe you. I like Oscar. And I feel like he's quite a hygienic lad. So, yeah, having 2 transfers next week will be massive. Very few will have them. Solanke versus Chelsea is fine. Like, it's not ideal. I think all those forwards I just mentioned are better than him. But it's fine. I think. So, yeah. I think, yeah, like, same with me, Mackham. Like, if I go Bruno to... And by the way, I think there's loads of good midfielders out there that aren't called Semenyo and Rodgers. Smith Rowe is one of them. Ahmad is another. Like, there's still good options there. So I genuinely think that I could be downgrading Bruno. But let's see where he plays and how he plays. But if I sell, Bruno and Solanke, I get Isak next week as well. And Isak, guys, next week, we're all going to want Isak. This week, we're not really talking about Isak. But next week, you look at his fixtures and go, oh, he's got the most unbelievable run of 2 fixtures. Leicester at home, Ipswich away, even Villa at home after that. Everyone's going to want Isak. He is going to be the big bandwagon of the game week, even if he blanks this week. Yeah, you are a naughty Mackham. Sunderland fan owning Isak. Don't tell your mates. Now I have to play Raul Jimenez. Raul Jimenez, yeah, it's not ideal. He could even be benched for Miniz. I think he probably starts, though. I do think he probably starts. Guys, get your questions in. How are we feeling? What decisions are we making? Captaincy is now the big one. 48% of you are going Cole Palmer, to be fair, which is completely understandable. I think that's where I'm going, although I really like Bruno. Saka's not of interest to me this week. Maybe he should be. I tell you what, if I owned Ollie Watkins, home to Southampton, like. João Pedro benching is always possible, but I think he's got a big enough rest between games. KDB, he had 75 minutes. He's got a must-win Champions League game on Tuesday night. If he starts, it's reduced minutes. Yeah, how crazy is that? Where in the world is everyone watching from? Jawad's in Bangladesh, but hit me up with a country you're watching from, because so many will be like, what? Bad weather in England? Weather, like, we just don't see extreme weather in England. Is it really bad? Well, look, it is bad. We never get red warnings in England. A red weather warning means don't leave the house. And parts of the UK, mainly Wales, southwest Wales, south and west Wales, it was like, do not leave. Do not leave the house. Amber warning is then Liverpool, where Everton-Liverpool was to be played. And then just beyond that, it looks like there's warnings around Manchester still, but it's a yellow warning. So we've got red, amber, yellow, and yellow is Manchester. So the United game should be absolutely fine to go ahead. That's what we're thinking. Man United Man United's going to be fine. We have got people watching all over the world, including LA, Sydney, the Moon, Ghana, Singapore, British Columbia, Nairobi, Tanzania, Australia. You just don't get red warnings. You're right, Sammy. Barbados, Macedonia, Saudi. Awesome. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Melbourne. Yeah, loads in Australia. Thanks, Down Under. Thank you for donating to Street Child United in the week as well. Serbia in the house. Vietnam, New Zealand. Awesome. I love how global these streams are. Best replacement for Dibbling, Ahmad. I'm really hot on Ahmad. I don't know why people aren't buying him. I think a brace last time out, he was the best player on the pitch versus Everton. Forest at home will be a similar game to Everton at home. Ahmad's a great buy. He's 5 million. Like, he can be your 8th attacker. He doesn't have to start every week. Ahmad's a really, really good buy. New York City. Such a cool city, isn't it? Best 4.6 long-term defender. I like Lewis Hall, who I've got, who's cheaper than that. I actually said the Moon. I did. I'm not Anchorman. I'll say what you put on the screen. Is Rodgers not better long-term? Rodgers is great. I think Ahmad's got higher upside. Rodgers is great this week, to be fair. I do like Rodgers. The fixtures are good. Rodgers is great. I assumed you already owned Rodgers because he's in so many teams. No, genuinely, I think Rodgers is the best cheap midfielder in the game. Ahmad, if you're looking for a differential. Munoz at 4.7 is brilliant. Kirkes, yeah, Anchorman. Hendo over Bruggen, probably Verbruggen. Kirkes, yeah. Kirkes has been good, Keith. Getting a move in January as well, very likely. Thank you, guys. We have got... I don't think I've ever had more likes than people watching because so many were watching earlier and have dropped off. So how are we doing for likes? Let me have a look. We've got 580 watching and we've got 533 liked. I would love to get to more likes than watching, and it is possible because you know it's possible. I don't need to explain why. Can we get more likes than people watching? That's probably the first time you've ever seen that on a YouTube stream on FPL YouTube, is it? I'm guessing. So if we can get the likes up to more than 580, that'd be awesome. That'd be so fun. I'll be screen grabbing that for the wall. And guys, if you're not already subscribed, I'm giving away 5 channel memberships in this stream to those that are subscribed. So hit the subscribe button and you might win a channel membership. 5 of you will, okay? If you're new around here, like there's so many reasons to subscribe. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? I really need a glass of water. My voice is going. I got up at 5. Do you know what? It was actually the storm that woke me up, ironically. 544 likes, 574. Let's have a look. What are we on? Oh, we've done it. More likes than people watching. Yeah, you've all buggered off. That's why. Pretty cool. More likes than people watching. That is amazing. I absolutely take that. Woke me up, mind. Oh, no other no more pee breaks. What I might do is get a glass of water, but you guys can come with me if you want. I'll have to change my settings and go to a different camera. Hang on. Let's put my FaceTime camera on. Right. And let's change the audio to my laptop. MacBook. Okay. Do you want to come with me? I'm getting a water in my coffee mug. Come with me. So hopefully you can still hear me. Hopefully I do have names on some of those shirts. Yeah, that I do. So I'm just getting a glass of water. It's going to sound like I'm weeing, but I'm not. No, I've got a posh water filter. People always think it's like a soup thing. I'm like, no, there's water in there, not hot soup. Pretty much. Water's full of rubbish. It's not full of rubbish. There's a lot of water that's full of rubbish, and this filters it out. So, water filter's a good thing. There was a scare recently in Devon in England where you couldn't actually drink the tap water. It might not be full of rubbish where you're from, by the way. In England, it's not the best. I'm slurping. So the shirts, yeah. I've got names on some of them. Like Ronaldo's on that one. But yeah, it's a cool collection. Like, Juve. Oh, yeah. So many good ones. Like that. I remember Ronaldo wearing that for Inter. Yeah, too many good ones to mention. This is a Totti match worn. Still smells of Totti. Anyway, we digress. And you're all leaving. Let's get back to some FPL chat. Does Gianni make a transfer? Yes or no? At one point, I really thought I was going to. Now I'm like, I don't know. Don't think so. I think having 2 next week's massive because I don't know what I'm doing with Bruno. It's my cash cow if I want to get to a Trent. The entry point for Trent will be good. The entry point for Arsenal players will be good. So, yeah. Might even take a 4-point hit. Yeah, Pulse is wrong. Pulse is wrong. Just sorting out some childcare for this afternoon. I'm multitasking, for God's sake. There we go. So, Hall or Solanke could be decent, yeah. I'm going to start Solanke. Hall can stay on the bench. I'd fancy Brentford to score. Brentford are a really good attack at home. Really good attack at home, Brentford. Mr. Abdullah says, I'll get one MacBook by winning the season in Sleeper Pick'em. You might do. The Pick'em League is awesome. Like, you can also win a MacBook and PS5, like weekly prizes up to, they're giving away $1,000 worth of prizes every week on the Champions League Pick'em. So if you fancy joining the Champions League Pick'em, there's, remember, Champions League on Tuesday, Wednesday this week, get scanning. Honestly, the prizes are insane on a weekly basis, like every match day. So join the Champions League pick'em pool as well. Like many of you will be in my pick'em for Premier League. Make sure you don't forget the deadline, guys. But play the Champions League pick'em too. So yeah, there's a link in the description. You can scan the QR code. Harder. There's more games, and we know less about the teams with Champions League. But yeah. Oh yeah, they are good lads, Sammy, aren't they? Yeah, they're really good lads. Don't be selling Gabriel. No. I won't be selling Gabriel. Who's selling Gabriel? Why would we sell Gabriel? Is there any rumors about Gabriel? Hang on, have I missed something? If the Man United game was off, what would that do? Oh, we're just not going to know, would we? We're not going to know what to do because the deadline's 11. I don't think United's going to be called off, but there is, as I've said all morning, there is a slight risk the Man United game is a doubt, but unlikely. Matt Perry asked, did he? I missed that. Here we go. I've Gabriel. Is it worth trying to phone him out, Timber? No. Gabriel is the best Arsenal defender. And even if he missed one game, you'd still keep him and you'd just suck it up that 1 week. But there's a good chance Gabriel's fine. Absolutely. Do not sell Salah for Rodgers on a hit. No. Keep Salah, guys. You've got a bench for a reason. This is why we should have a good first sub for the festive period, isn't it? This is why. I said, do you know, I've said it all morning that I'm going to give away those memberships. Stay tuned. I promise you I'll give them away. Just makes sense to do it slightly later so I don't do it and then you'll run away. Ouch. Howard Bellish only sub. You might not need him though. Might not need him. Like when I look at Greaves should start. Like if I go my team, I don't have any massive concerns over any of my 11 not starting, other than Mo Salah, obviously. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. You're not going to get the upsets you got in the week. You'll get a few upsets, of course, but in the week we saw a ton. I don't think we're going to see that this weekend because most of these teams playing have got a free midweek now. Especially the teams that don't play in Europe will have a free midweek. Other options for Solanke. If you got the money, Isak would be my 1, Jackson my 2, Watkins my 3. Havertz my 4. Evan Nilsson, if you want to go down. Yeah. I mean, there's clearly good options, Ben, and I think Solanke's guff. But I'm keeping him because I want 2 transfers, and I don't know if I'm going to go up or down from Solanke. I don't know if I go down to Evan Nilsson. I don't know if I go up to Isak. And it depends on what I see from Bruno this week, because I might use Bruno as my cash cow. It also depends my appetite to get Trent. So having 2 free transfers next week will be massive for those that want to do a little bit of a shift around, put more money in their defence or move away from Solanke. And at the moment, I can't say absolutely what my strategy is until I've watched this week's games, because a lot of it hinders on Bruno and his position and United's performance. And Ahmad too. Like I might swap Bruno for Ahmad. And just, hello, 3 million, still got United attack cover. Wow, the Northern Ireland has been hit bad. And yeah, Matoma before the power goes off. I like Matoma. Do it. Selling Salah talk is blasphemy. Thank you, Sammy. Quite right. Team values will mostly be around 1.3, I guess. Rico out Gvardiol for free. Yeah, like that move. Gvardiol's a great transfer. Great transfer, Gvardiol. I haven't got the funds to make that move. It would genuinely be tempting. Like Gvardiol is a lot more expensive than Rico Lewis, so you need over $1 million in the bank. Gvardiol's 6.2. Wow. I bought Trent for a hit. Oh no. Yeah, I've got friends that have bought Salah. Painful. It's so nice to see you all supporting the channel, guys. Thank you so. I'm slightly slightly humbled by so many hitting the subscribe button. Ordinarily, I could do a deadline stream and have 10 people subscribe to my channel. This morning, we've had a big load of you. I don't know the exact number, but I'm seeing my subscribers ticking up all the time. So thank you guys. Genuinely, that's awesome. And I want to reward that by giving 5 of you that have subscribed or are still to subscribe a free membership, which just means you get to watch the extra content pretty much. But also, you'll know, my members, I bring up all your comments. At any point, I'll answer all your questions, whether you comment on my video or you mention it in the chat. If I miss any at times, I'm sorry. But I try and make my streams as inclusive as possible. And really, you guys make my streams, not me. Like, you dictate the agenda, you dictate the comments. And I'd like to think that I engage and interact with you because I want to, and I think it's the best way of doing live streams than a lot of the other YouTubers. So here I am to chat to all of you, whether you're James, who isn't a member, because I can see there's no emoji by his name, or FPL Ben that is. So hello, guys. Yeah, we had 1,300. Absolutely. That was huge, Sammy. I'm so impressed by that. Like, big news, wasn't it? Is my record for a very long time. Do drop a like and check out the memberships too. Yeah, we're doing really well for likes, aren't we? I never got my free membership. No, we still haven't done. I still haven't given away. I just thought if I give them away, everyone's gonna leave. So I just thought I'd do it slightly later. Good energy, mate. Oh, thank you, Rahil. Do you think it was silly price drops for Merseyside players with the news? I don't think we will. No. Maybe Everton players. I don't think any of my price drops. I can't see players like Van Dijk and Trent and Salah dropping. Just, I can't. I actually think a load of people will not see this. With the deadline staying at 11, it really puts those in the US and North and South America at a disadvantage. Because if they were waking up to the news, then, and the deadline was 1:30, they would see it in time. But Dean in San Diego, who I stream with on Chasing Green Arrows, he's going to wake up after the 11 o'clock deadline. He's probably Captain Salah. So because of that, we're not going to see that many price drops. Yeah. They just won't have time to react to news. If you're in Europe or you're in Asia or Africa, Australasia, sure, you've all been awake and online. But for those sleeping in Canada and US, tough. Yeah, I probably did. I saved a lot of people. I was very vocal last night about there's news. No, my daughter's just got home. I can hear her. I didn't plan on still be streaming. I planned on just doing 45 minutes this morning and leaving. I am at 2 hours in almost. I started at 8 o'clock. But Gianni, you kept up with comments better than other YouTubers. Yeah, I hope so. I mean, look, my chat isn't as active as a lot of the other YouTubers who have much bigger numbers, and therefore they can't read their chat. You guys can't read their chat. It's too hard. But yeah, slightly easier for me because I have a chat comment every couple of seconds, but not 20 every second. But yeah, Bruno to Saka, don't mind it. I personally wouldn't want to do it, but I don't mind it. I do think you need Saka in your team. I don't think you need Bruno in your team. This week, though, 617 likes. Let's get Gianni to 650. Oh, love that. Loving fancy football. Matoma and Isak to João Pedro and Gordon. I wouldn't be selling Isak, man. Oh, what options? Probably João Pedro and... Oh, probably Matoma and Isak. I just think Ipswich and Leicester for Newcastle in a couple of weeks' time. Those two fixtures are going to be mad for Isak. Best goalkeepers. I actually need to consider goalkeepers as like, do I look at maybe making a goalkeeper transfer soon? My plan was always Raya. Sells has got a rotten run, although Comes good. Like, Sells is a great I think Sales has been the best budget keeper in the league this season. And because I've got Fabianski, I haven't needed that sell. It does mean I'm having to play Fabianski way more than I thought. If Lopetegui gets sacked, and I expect he does very soon, there's a good chance Areola comes in. We know Lopetegui's gone with Fabianski. It doesn't mean the new manager will. I expect any new manager to probably change that. 1,000 likes is a bit ambitious, Taz. I love your ambition, and I'd love you to be right, but I'm never getting 1,000 likes. Hey, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Am I near like a subscriber landmark? Oh, I'd love 25,000 subs by Christmas, but I'm on 24,656. So I need another 350 by Christmas subscribers. I could maybe get another 50 today. Let's see. Thank you guys for subscribing. Yeah, ambitious. 100k likes. Why is no one talking about Odegaard? Because he's an amazing footballer, but never been the best FPL asset. Although he had that one season where he matched Saka. So he's still clearly a really, really good pick. I like Odegaard. Visser to Evan-Nilsson. I'd keep Visser for a home fixture. Why is Watkins not in your captaincy poll? Just because he's not owned. Like, how many of you own Watkins? I went with 4 players that were fairly popular. If you own Watkins, I think you captain him. If you own Watkins, I think you captain him, guys. Yeah, if you own Watkins, I think you captain him. Salah sub out because he cancelled the derby. Well, yes, ordinarily, but why not just let an auto sub come in? I'm going to change the armband. I'm going to captain Palmer. Do you know, I'll get a new screenshot of my team, but I'm actually going to leave Salah in my 11 just because why not? He'll auto sub out. So I'm going to captain Palmer. I'm going to vice captain Bruno, and I'm going to leave Salah in my 11. Solanke will then come off the bench. I don't think there's a 1% chance, but let's say that the game gets moved to Monday. That's not happening. It won't happen. But stranger things have happened. So with that in mind, I'm keeping Salah in my 11. I'll get my 11 up on screen though. Let's get my 11 on screen. My 11 on screen is... this is how I'm setting up. Let me change it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course they do, Calvin. Duh. Good point. I'm still keeping Salah at my 11. Say it gets rearranged for, I don't know, tonight. It's not going to get rearranged. But yeah, I hear you. Girona, good point. Ina to Timber, don't mind it. What do you say? Do you know everyone will bring Salah in against their 11? No. Don't bring Salah into your 11. It doesn't matter. You have auto subs. It doesn't make a difference. Just make sure you're not captaining Salah and make sure you're not vice captaining Salah. Will the FPL site go down? No, it will be a trickle effect with the news. Most people would have heard the news by now. In Europe, in the UK, I think. Are there people still not knowing the news? Yeah, I guess so. Do you know what? When my team is locked, I always post on Instagram, and I feel like I can probably post. So Liverpool game confirmed off. So Liverpool game confirmed off. Rolling the transfer. And Solanke auto sub. I think I made my mind up. I'm not committing on captaincy yet unless I have a change of heart, but I am currently Palmer captain, Bruno vice. What do we do with Salah? Oh, guys, I don't want to confuse you all. Bench him if you want. Like, it doesn't make a difference. Bench in your 11. Just do not sell him. Do not captain. Do not vice him. Guys, don't worry about where he is in your 11. He'll auto sub. Okay? He ain't playing this game week. Liverpool's game has been cancelled. He ain't playing this game week. Will De Bruyne start? Why Fabianski not Sells? Because Sells is definitely conceding at Old Trafford. There's a chance Fabianski cleans. It's unlikely, but there's a chance. No, Fabianski over Sells for me. Gianni, what we're thinking? Johnson to Semenyo? Yeah, don't hate it. Johnson could be benched. I think Johnson probably starts, but yeah, like Wolves are rubbish. I mean, I hope Wolves score. I've got Cunha, but Fabianski clean sheet isn't guaranteed, but Sells clean sheet is definitely not happening. I don't mind Jackson as a captain punt. Yeah. Don't mind it. Don't mind it. Thank you all for your questions. I'm enjoying the chat this morning. You guys are amazing. If you can hear my daughter crying, she's just got in from ballet and clearly wants a snack. I can hear her crying. She goes, "Mummy, mummy." I think mummy's on it. Kudos captain. No, don't do it. Isak captain, if he was at home, I like it. But I don't, because he's away from home. That home and away swing makes a difference for me with captaincy, guys. And same with those thinking about a free hit. Ran is Ryan 8 Nori. Enzo or Ahmad? I think Ahmad just. I think Ahmad, absolutely Ahmad will start, Lumi. Yeah. Sanchez captain, really? Loads of fun this morning, wasn't it? Saka or Palmer for captain? I understand why people are discussing Saka. He's one of the game's best players. Arsenal are flying. I just don't love the matchup. Away to Fulham is a tough trip. So for me, I'm not considering Saka. I'm considering Bruno still, but I'm very likely to go Palmer. I don't want to lead you guys on. I think I'll end up on Palmer, but part of me is like, oh, should I just go different? Should I just go a little bit different? Probably not. I'm probably not going to do it, am I? Lost a bet once last season. Captain goalie Ariola saved a pen. No way. That is a cool bet to lose. Weather restrictions every weekend to get your subs up. No. That would be chaotic. And I don't think I'd welcome that. But it was fun this week. Sir Alex, it was lovely to get a few people subscribing. This channel doesn't get seen by many people because I only do deadline streams, once or twice a month. So consistently, when you want to go for your deadline stream, you can go to Let's Talk FPL and every single deadline, without fail, he'll be there. I'm not a full-time YouTuber, and I also have other commitments on Saturday mornings. So I do Sky Sports News every other Saturday. Next Saturday morning, I'm in Sky Sports News. That's loads of fun and wicked. It's not good for the growth of my YouTube channel, clearly. But that's fine. There's more important things in life than growing a YouTube channel. For me, that for other people, it's everything, and it should be, because they're really successful at it. I would love to do both. I would love to grow the channel more. To really grow the channel, I need to stream every single Saturday morning without fail. And I need to do probably more regular streams. One thing I've done really regularly is Sunday morning streams, which I'm loving. So come and join me at this time, 9:30, every Sunday morning to review the Saturday games. That's my best stream of the week. Jackson says you watched me on the FPL show. Yeah, so yesterday I was on the FPL show, which was fun. And then, no Sky this weekend. Thank God, I don't really want to be driving down to Sky today. So that's good. If you do want to show support for this channel, though, and you do want to watch my videos in the week, which are really well edited, nice 10-minute team selection videos or top targets videos, early thoughts videos, then hit that subscribe button with the notification bell, and you'll always know when my videos go live. So please, please, please consider subscribing if you're new around here. And it really makes a show like this worth it. So thank you so much for the love. Loads of you have hit the like button. I don't think I've ever had this many likes. Thank you. And I've probably not ever had this amount of people subscribing to the channel as well. So yeah, the chaos is fun, but I wouldn't be around to even do it. And yeah, thank you so much, Taz. The Sunday morning streams are fun, and I'm glad you learn a lot. Do you know, in all the chaos this morning, one thing I didn't really get a chance to do properly was to talk about Sleeper, who do sponsor this channel along with Fantasy Football Scout. They sponsor most of my YouTube shows, Sleeper, and without them, I can't even be here. I don't even do YouTube streams. So thanks to Sleeper for giving me the opportunity to talk about FPL. But in exchange for that, I promote some of their games. Now, this is their first season moving to soccer, football. Because of it, they're giving away prizes galore. They want to get new players on the app, right? So it's free. There's no gimmicks. You just play a fun game and you win massive prizes. They're giving away $1,000 worth of prizes every Champions League match day. I gave away a PS5 last week. I gave away an Amazon £100 voucher last week. Every week I give out prizes, always £100 minimum value. There's no catch. It's free. Scan the QR code and join the Champions League Pick'em. You'll absolutely love it. It's really fun. It's really fun. You just got to go home, win, away, win, or draw for all the games of a round. And then it's PS5s, it's Apple Pods, it's Google phones, Pixel phones. Awesome prizes. What's my full-time job? I actually don't have a full-time job. I do FPL. And I do a couple of days a week for a charity, Street Child United, but that's not necessarily a job. Street Child United relies heavily on volunteers. I do fantasy football written content for Gimme Sport. You can see at the top, all the people I work for are at the top. I do at times BBC podcasts. I do Sky Sports every other week, pretty much, Sky Sports News. I do Premier League podcasts. On Tuesday, I'm on Off the Bench for the Premier League, and I do the fantasy show for the Premier League. So yeah, I'm a freelancer. I'm a consultant, freelancer, whatever. I do YouTube too. Chasing Green Arrows 3 times a week. I do my own channel here as much as I can, and loads as well. So yeah, I do loads. I do loads of stuff. We never get into 1,000 likes. But thank you, Taz. Why not Captain Saka? Just the away fixture, I think. It's just the away fixture. If Saka was at home, he'd probably be my captain. Probably that's that simple. Probably that simple. And I'm a full-time dad, which is the best job of all. Dad and husband, like, genuinely. Take away everything, but keep dad and husband, and I'm a happy man for the rest of my life. God, that might sound a bit corny and cheesy, but oh, it sounds like a sick career. It also comes with challenges. You know, you have to go out and get the work. You know, that's why I'm fortunate to companies like Sleeper, because then they go, oh, because we're sponsoring your YouTube channel, or Fantasy Football Scout sponsor my YouTube channel. And because Scout sponsor the channel, I can therefore I can make YouTube content and know that there's some reward there outside of just views and subscribes, but there's some financial incentive as well, which obviously I need to be able to function. I would still do this if there was no financial incentive, but I wouldn't be able to do it as much as I do it. And I probably wouldn't be able to commit the same amount. I wouldn't be able to commit the same amount of time. Best 3 captain options. Haaland, Watkins, Palmer. But I don't own 2 of them. So for me, it's Palmer 1, Bruno 2. I've not had breakfast. I'm really hungry. Your wife is from Joburg. You love that city very much, and we love you very much, G. Thanks, Abdullah. Yeah, she is from Joburg. Yeah. Although Cape Town was her favourite city. I proposed to her in Cape Town. Should I transfer out Bruno and get in De Bruyne or Matoma? Wow, Canal, have you got the funds to do that, to go to De Bruyne in one move? I personally would stick with Bruno one more week, but I get why you'd want De Bruyne. There's no guarantee starts, by the way. Bruno guaranteed start. Yeah, I want breakfast. Good man, Sammy. You're with me every step of the way. Thank you, man. Need my mods on board. Yeah, Cape Town's my favourite city in the world. It's hers as well. I proposed whilst walking up Lion's Head. ESAC transfer can wait a week. Yes, that's what I'm probably doing. I'm waiting a week. Targeting ESAC next week. My team, by the way, is on screen. Just messaging the ultras in the WhatsApp group. Sorry, I've not been around this morning. Hopefully, any questions? Favorite breakfast? Scrambled eggs, maybe scrambled eggs and salmon. Yeah, eggs Benedict, eggs Royale. What's the eggs Benedict with salmon and eggs and hollandaise? Eggs Benedict's with ham, isn't it? But coming to you live from South Africa. Good day, Johnny. Somehow have Saka, Palmer, Salah, and Haaland. Salah out with that news. Don't sell Salah unless you've got the 5 free transfers and you know you want to buy him back. You could sell him for 1 week, but you'll lose value, Nathan. You'll lose value. But yeah, you have got the luxury of doing that, I guess. Don't think you need to, but maybe. Literally said that he's constantly paying through pain at the moment. Don't buy. Yeah, and then he went and started, though. That was a couple of weeks ago. Things change. Things change in football very quickly. KDB's clearly had a lot of ongoing problems. But clearly he's fit enough now to start. Is he fit enough to start every game? Probably not. They play Champions League Tuesday, I think. Champions League on Tuesday. The Crumpet makes nice breakfast, yeah. I think Bruno is another person you give 1 more week to. Wow, scrambled eggs on toast with Marmite sounds rank, although I hate Marmite. Do we like Marmite, yes or no? Let me know, comments in the chat. Well, actually, no, just comments in the chat, best breakfast. Because from all over the world, we'll get different comments as well. So best breakfast, put it in the chat and we'll flash them up on screen. Right, what we got? Beans on toast with cheese, classic. Full English, classic. Vegemite, I'm English. Full Scottish. Marmite lover here. Ham and cheese omelette. Oh, Mateus with oatmeal. Yeah, that's what I feed my daughter as oatmeal a lot. Bacon, lettuce, tomato wrap. Interesting on the wrap. You want to know? Yeah, swerving the bread. Yeah, I love a wrap. Full English with no beans, but extra black pudding. Okay, yeah, I love black pudding is classic. And you're a northerner, Kev, so of course you like that pudding. Deep fried Mars bar, yeah, for breakfast, that's rank. Fried eggs, bacon, a bit of barbecue sauce on sourdough. Sourdough is the goat of bread. Black pudding has to be with full English, yeah. I used to go to a cafe in Brentford, actually, for a great black pudding, full English. Scrambled eggs, toast and beans. Steak, eggs when someone else is paying. Suvaliki. What's that? McDonald's. I had McDonald's yesterday morning. Yeah. It was on my way to like 5 a.m. I was out of bread shopping as I've been. Yeah, okay. South Asia, eggs omelette with bread and rice. Yeah. Mexican breakfast in River Maya over the sea. Oh, sounds good. Advent calendar, Carl, classic. Even in Australia, bacon and eggs very rarely have it poached. Or yeah, okay. The only bad thing about scrambled eggs is it bloody stinks when you do the washing up. If you put your scrambled egg stuff, your frying pan and stuff in a dishwasher or even in a bowl of water and wash it up with your other non-scrambled egg stuff like your coffee mug, everything comes out stinking of egg. It's rank. I'm really funny about that. So I washed my scrambled egg stuff up in the sink by itself without anything. And I do twice. So it's faffy because you enjoy the taste, you enjoy the food, and then you're like, ugh, French toast, homemade biscuits and sausage gravy. Interesting breakfast for that T-bone. Where in the world are you? Yeah, eggs Benedict's class. Yeah, Greek style kebab. Nice. Suvalki. Thanks for that, guys. Keeping me engaged. I'm loving this stream. It's my favorite stream ever, probably. I mean, it's been my most successful ever. We've had over 100 of you subscribe, so thank you for that. If you're new to the channel, hopefully you're really going to enjoy it. And I'm going to reward that anyone that's subscribed by giving away 5 free memberships very soon to those that are subscribed. Ew. Scrambled egg in the microwave is not as good. Not as good. Fresh croissants with Nutella and fresh fruit. Love that. Healthier as well with the fresh fruit. Guys, to confirm, we're still at 11 o'clock deadline. The game being cancelled hasn't changed anything with deadlines. Just FYI, okay? You all know that, but just FYI. There is a part of me that just wonders about the Man United game, but it is what it is. United Forest. 1% chance it could be called off. It's not going to happen. Club World Cup schedule's out. Are you taking a hit this week? Let's do a poll for that, shall we? Because Sammy makes a good point. We're going to get a lot of knee-jerkers. So are you taking a hit this week? I can't believe how many likes we've got on this stream. That's blown my mind. More likes than viewers by a country mile. I mean, we did have good numbers earlier, but still. Thank you to the 700 people that hit the like button. I'm guessing loads of them have signed up to the sleeper game as well, which is pretty cool. I might be able to. This could even be possible. This could even be possible. No, it's not. No, I'm getting silly ideas about transfers. Like, just roll the transfer, Janny. Just roll the transfer for me. I know I can get big upgrades on Solanke, and I know I like Evan Nilsson as a budget forward. I know I like Isak as a premium or mid-priced. But I just know getting there, I can't reach an Isak this week anyway, but I just know Bruno is on borrowed time. And if I'm selling Bruno, it really affects what I do with the Solanke spot. Having 2 frees next week will be so much better. Yeah, we've got to think of those -2s. If you're short on 11 this week, you should be taking a hit for -2 and going for a big upside player. Although I'd only sell Everton players, not Liverpool players. 30% of you are taking hits. Slanky bench isn't bad at all. Slanky though, Sammy, he is bad. Like his best FPL points return this year, other than the Aston Villa game, is 6. It's been dire. He's been so bad. I think it's under discussed how bad he's been. Oh, John's hit the like button. Good man, John. Good man, John. Come on. 700 likes. There we go. Who's going to be the 700th subscriber? 24,700 would be my next goal. I think we can get there. Spurs only have one fit centre back. No, Ben Davis and Dragerson are fit, right? I think it's Ben Davis and Dragerson that are fit. Ben Davies injured. Christ. Oh, Nico Jackson's a great buy this week. So who's going to play centre back? Oh, Archie Gray. Can he play there? Yeah, what's everyone's current rank? Guys, I'm at 2 million. It's been shocking. Shocking. Yeah, Archie Gray at centre back, is it? God. Jackson's going to have loads of fun, isn't he? I didn't realise Ben Davies got injured. Can you hear me? I think you should be able to hear me. What's going on? Okay, I'm back. Ugh, I'm back and I'm starving. When's that deadline? I'm back and I'm starving. So, to recap, if you're just joining, let's do a little recap. Come on. This is how we started the day. This is how Gianni started the day, okay? Gianni started the day going, oh, the game could be off. We're going to be discussing it right now. This was back at 8 a.m., right? So this is how we started the day. And then we went to, oh, there's red warning here in Wales. There's amber warning here in Liverpool. Will it go on? We just don't know. We looked at the forecast. We saw the statements last night from both Liverpool and Everton, joint statement, okay? We then started to get a bit of news last night that by 8 a.m. there'll be an announcement, okay? We then looked at how good Salah is in bad weather. Answer is quite good. We looked at, of course, the last Merseyside derby at Goodison Park. It's quite a big deal for Everton. We then looked at the repercussions of no Salah. Now, this stands. Ben Crellin, really up to date with us here. It could be rescheduled game week 19, unlikely. It could be rescheduled game week 25, only likely if Liverpool reach the EFL Cup final. If it's in one of those weeks, it'll be a standalone double game week for Liverpool and Everton. Triple captain Salah will be amazing, right? Because he'll be the only one with a double game week, and one of those fixtures will be against Everton. However, if Liverpool don't get to the EFL Cup final, the easiest place to reschedule it is arguably game week 33, because that's already part of a double game week, and Liverpool would have a free slot. So if it goes into 33, because there's other teams doubling, we then look at it and go, is it a triple captain chip week? No, that will probably be a free hit, a bench booster wildcard, maybe even a limitless. We'll be looking at other opportunities there. So the good news is, if you're still at triple captainship, you might get a high upside week to do it. We get Liverpool playing twice. But there's also a good chance it falls in part of a larger double game week. And therefore, triple captain might still be played in a single game week. So look, that's where we are. We then talked a little bit about my team. We had the announcements, of course. It came in straight away from Rockstar and Tony this morning at about 20 past 8. Now, people are reacting to that, looking at selling Salah. Guys, do not sell Salah. Salah is still an amazing pick. The best player in the game. If you sell him, one, you've got to buy him back next week. That's 2 transfers used. And 2, you're going to lose all that value you've got in him. It's very likely he's gone up in value since you've owned him. So don't be selling Salah. Of course, it is official. The Liverpool game is off. That's why it's not now part of the fixture ticker. Some have also looked at free hit. It's not a free hit for me. It's past me. Did I say limitless? FPL San. Didn't realise I said that. The mystery chip, we don't know. Loads of selling him. Not enough to drop in price though, right? Don't think so. Did I FPL San? Didn't realise I did. Selling him is madness. So, my big decisions this week then were like, oh, what do we do? Oh, thanks, Ofcor. I can't even do a best free hit team. Like, honestly, the Bournemouth Ipswich game, the Brighton Leicester game, and the Newcastle Brentford game, I've said it all morning. If those 3 games were the other way around, when Newcastle, Bournemouth, and Brighton were at home, you get yourself good bits around the edge for free hit. No, you go a couple of United players, a couple of Villa players, a couple of Chelsea and Arsenal and City, but it's not a great free hit team. And we got a lot of those already. Thank you, Sammy, for pushing those subscribes. We would love you to show support for the channel. I mean, look, my big decisions this week, Solanke, do I sell him or do I play him? He's going to come in. Next week, he's gone, but I want to know what money I've got. And Bruno could be my cash cow, which affects who Solanke goes to. So I'm going to be rolling the transfer. The deadline stays at 11 o'clock, guys. If you've enjoyed the stream this morning and you want to show support, I would love you to hit that subscribe button. I also want to show gratitude to you guys. So before 11 o'clock, I will give away, of course, I've said it all morning. Apologies, it's taken ages, but I'll give away 5 free channel memberships as well to those that have subscribed by 11 o'clock. So stay tuned for that and then get your questions in. I'm trying to answer as many questions as I can as well. You hear my daughter laughing? So cute. We're not going to get early news, guys. Asked your wife to bring it into. So the deadline hasn't changed, so we won't get early news. Remember now, the kickoff time is going to be 3 o'clock. Kids, it's great. Yeah, she is. Can you hear her? I thought you could hear her. Yeah. Been a while, hasn't it? Those 3 PMs. Yeah, it's cute. She's got a proper jackal. Captaincy choices. Palmer's the best. I think Palmer's the best. I think Watkins is the best if you own him, and I think Haaland if you own him. But so many don't own Haaland and Watkins. What to do with Trent? I can't buy an Arsenal player. Just keep him. Have you got a good first sub? Honestly, I'd keep Trent at all costs. Do not sell Trent, especially if you can't get to an Arsenal player. If it means you have to put Lewis Hall in. You know, don't sell Trent. He's going to be so valuable the next few weeks. Watkins for the win, yeah. I knew Sammy had Watkins from his messages earlier. Jackson this week with no centre backs at Spurs, yeah. Would you consider Burmo to Bowen and Visser to Jackson for free? No, I wouldn't sell him Burmo this week or Visser. Like Brentford home is good. Brentford are really good at home. I expect them to beat Newcastle. Genuinely think they will. Rodgers, yeah, he'll start. Clivo, Semenyo, Ahmad. I like Ahmad or Semenyo. Probably Ahmad. Just look at the WhatsApp group. Unexpected error messages on the homepage of the FPL website on the app. Guys, just check your app. Just make sure you're locked in. Like there could be some problems with the app this morning because obviously it's going to be mental when people see the Salah news. So a few are getting like errors by the looks of it. Just make sure you're not one of them. So just lock your team in now. You can always go and revisit it Change your bench order, your captains. Make sure the vice isn't on Salah. Did you not? You weren't going to captain? Okay. No, not everyone was going to go there. So this is my team. Oh no, this is my team. Sorry. I've changed it. I've gone. Yeah, apparently the app problems are fine. It's just a bit glitchy. So do make sure. Andy says, yeah, go lock your team and hit the like and subscribe. Join the chat on the way back. Off core, hope so. Yeah, love Andy Burton and off core. Thank you guys for all your support. And guys, so many of you have been like encouraging others to hit the like button and subscribe button, which is so nice. Yeah, love that. We are really close to hitting 24,700 subscribers, which is really cool. I would love to get to that milestone today. So if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. One of the 5 subscribers today will win a free channel membership. Oh, should I put some music on? How have I only just done that? All right, music. You hear that? I can't hear it. Let me change my audio settings. Speaker. MacBook. That's one. Yeah. Oh no, Paul, we're not going to do it. We're still not going to do it. Is your music too loud? Let me know. Do we like the music? Let me know in the comments. Start Dean or 8 Nori. Probably home advantage, right? Go Dean. Dean all day long. Although there's talk that Mattison could come in. Just throwing that out there. Better than hotel reception music. Any thoughts? What could be the mystery chip? I think Limitless, like UEFA game. Limitless chip would be awesome. Like it's pretty much a free hit with unlimited spend. I'd like to go one further and go free hit, unlimited spend, but also as many players from one team as you like. If you want, you could have 7 Man City players. So yeah, I've just described Limitless. Free hit with unlimited spend. It's what the UEFA game does in the Champions League and the Euros. Their chip is Limitless. Guys, let me know your suggestions in the chat. What would you like the mystery chip to be? We'll read some of them out. Thanks to everyone genuinely today in the chat. I'm just tweeting. Started streaming at 8 a.m. to give a weather update and plan to be on for 45 minutes. Almost 3 hours later, I'm still going. Thanks to everyone in the chat for keeping me entertained. Like, genuinely, thank you so much, guys. It's been loads of fun. Like, Mackham's been with us the whole time. Freddie's been in and out. Quadruple captain. That's a cool chip. I like that. Madueke minutes. He's just no guaranteed starter, and he'll see early subs, but he's great when he plays. It's him or Sancho. Pedro Neto's first choice. Start Aït-Nouri or Lewis Hall. Aït-Nouri, probably just. Mystery chip. Captain everyone. Double scores for everyone. Yeah, that's cool. Double score week, isn't it? It's double your total score, really. So yeah, thank you everyone in the chat. Thank you to everyone as well that's new around here. Everyone that's subscribed. I'm going to give away those memberships soon. One more like for 750. Should I bench Salah? Yeah, whatever. I'm not, but it doesn't make a difference. Auto sub. You didn't change your team. I did change my team. I moved the armband. I'm keeping Salah in my 11 because it looks good. One more sub for 750. Did we get there? Did we get there? So if you haven't already, let's do it. Come on. Like and sub. There you go, Paul. I did say you'd never get to 1,000, but 750, I think we can all absolutely to celebrate. Thank you, team. Chris Wood, I think he might score against United. He should have scored versus City, shouldn't he? Should have scored versus City. Why are people selling Mo Salah? What's wrong with you all? What's wrong with you all selling Mo Salah, huh? Sander says, subscribe! I think Johnson's 50-50 to start. Yeah, it's him or Mads probably. Different roles, I know, but it's all on Kulu. Ha! Taz. No, we won't get it. We won't get 800. I'd love to. Bowen differential captain? Not for me. I just have trust issues with West Ham. Bowen's a fine pick this week, but not captain. Your captain options should be Watkins and Haaland if you own them. They're the best two, probably. Palmer, also up there. And if you own Palmer, whichever one does. I only have Flecken and Rodgers today. Wow, is that it? Yeah, how many players do I have today? That's a really good point. I've got one Villa player, no Southampton, no Brentford, no Newcastle, no City, no Palace. Well, Man United, I've got 2. I've got Bruno and wow, how many players has everyone got today? I've got 2. That's mental, actually, isn't it? God, I don't know if I'm going to do a Sunday morning show, guys. There's only 4 games to review. Might do a Monday morning show and review all the. Although Sunday morning shows are fun. Let's see. Maybe I'll do half an hour instead of an hour. Let me know if you still think we should do a Sunday morning stream. You guys decide. Wow, 1 just Ahmad, 5 today for Taz, 5 for Lalex as well. I expect quite a few will have their goalkeepers. Flecken's popular and Burmo's popular. So there's 2 of Brentford players that I don't have. The Bruyne captain's risky. You won't get 90, but it's a good pick. Sunday evening. No, everyone does Sunday evenings, Paul. I know I want to get my Aussies. Different time zones if I do morning streams. 2 Villa, yes. Aston Villa, of course. A lot have got Rodgers and Watkins. Quite a few will be on Luca Dean, I expect. How do I need another wee? Can I wait till 11? I think so. Get locked in, guys. Get locked in. -8, Matt. No. Sorry, guys, got distracted. Selling Salah is blasphemy. It's so true. There's not a better word to describe it. What are you doing? It's too late now, so I don't want to tell people they've done the wrong thing. But if you're still deciding on selling Salah or not, guys, don't do it. The money you got tied up in him, you're going to use the transfer to buy him back. But Salah next week, let's have a look at Salah's next 3 fixtures, shall we? Because you're going to want him. Fulham at home, yes. Spurs away, good. Leicester at home. When we all captain him, yeah, you need Salah back. That maybe Matt, who did it, has got 5 free transfers. No, he's not. He took an 8-point hit. Oh, gold. Oh, gold. Got some Rodgers minutes. I think Rodgers starts, and I think we get an early sub again because they got Champions League in the week. But Rodgers is a key cog, and he's just scored. He came off 10 minutes to go in the week. Yeah, Rodgers will get 75. I'd be surprised if he didn't start. Rodgers is a great pick this week, guys. He's a really good pick this week, isn't he? Sure. In a way, I'm glad the postponement because I was torn. My big benching dilemma. I had a benching dilemma this week. Now I just don't have one. Should I be a bit concerned both Gabriel and Rico Lewis don't start? Possibly. I've got Lewis Hall coming off the bench, but I expect Lewis to get minutes, even if he doesn't start. And look, Rod, probably fine. We haven't had much feedback on the music. Yeah, loving it, loving it. Good. I think we'll keep with that one then. Pedro captaincy. Again, like the start isn't guaranteed. I love Munoz. I think Munoz is a great pick, Sammy. He's a really good pick. Sell Lewis, Maca, more value winning roulette risk. Yeah. De Bruyne is an interesting one. A lot are going to De Bruyne because they're selling Salah, though. Don't do it. Don't sell Salah. De Bruyne might not even start. Paul, if you could ask your two cats to also subscribe, that would be amazing. I could do with the extra subs. Can't see who your subs are. Now I can. Oh, yeah, my bench subs. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, Andy. They're there on screen now. That is my team updated. I'm keeping Salah in my 11 because why not? I know he can't play because he's got Champions League and the game's been cancelled, but I'm doing it. Doesn't make a difference. There's a slim chance I don't get 11 out this week. If there was no Gabriel and no Rico Lewis, but Rico Lewis will play. He played 20 minutes in the week. He should start. And if he doesn't start, he'll come off the bloody bench, which is annoying. But, you know. And Gabriel could very easily start. Do we think Gabriel starts? Should we do a poll for that? What do you guys think with Gabriel? Like, Arteta's, you know, he's not trained, but he doesn't need to train. And we know Arteta bloody puts him behind the camera anyway when the training's on. Will Gabriel start? Let me know what you think with Gabriel. Like, Arteta's never going to tell us anything. The good news for Arsenal is the game's tomorrow, not today. He's got an extra day. They will be training today, of course, light training. I think he starts. No spamming the chat, please, guys. If you've got a question, I'll answer some. But you know, if you definitely 100% need to guarantee it answered, then ask a super chat. Don't spam. Yeah, you're quite confident on Gabriel, 63%. Wow. Come on, the likes. Sammy's our resident mod. He's on it. Raya or Anana. Raya. I've made Harlan captain. I like Harlan captain. Oh, guys, the memberships. Let's do it. Let's give away 5 free memberships. Okay, to qualify, you've got to do 2 things. You've got to like and subscribe. And it will go to 5 people that have randomly commented in the chat. So in the next 60 seconds, we will give away 5 channel memberships, okay? So 5 of you will win. 5 of you will win a channel membership. But to win, you need to comment in the chat and you have to be subscribed. So if you're not subscribed already and you want to win a membership, you've got to hit that button. If you want, you can do it and then remove whatever. But I'm giving away 5 memberships. I'm not going to say when, but it will be in the next 45 seconds, okay? 45 seconds. Just because if I say when, you'll all then write a comment and that's a bit unfair. It does go randomly. I can't choose who it goes to. So yeah, 5 channel memberships. God, I almost forgot. That would have been absolutely brutal. I've literally been talking about it for 3 hours. So guys, 5 of you will win. Hit the subscribe button if you want to win a membership. You're seconds away. I'm sure it'll be seconds. I don't know when, but it'll be sure. Good luck, everyone, as well. And thank you so much for joining me. The chat's been popping this morning. So to win a membership, you've got to like, subscribe, and comment in the chat. And yeah, 5 people will randomly get it. Let's see who gets them. I have hit the button. Okay. Lalex won. Who else won? KC won. My beard has been cut. Awesome. Okay, cool. Manscaped. I'm gonna bring my Manscaped shaver. Just gonna do a screen grab there. That's hilarious, by the way. My beard's been cut awesome. It's all down to my new shaver, yeah. Guys, there is not long now. Do lock that team in. You literally got minutes. Minutes. Yeah, lots of fun, guys. Thank you so much for all joining. Oh, do not. If you're in doubt of doing anything, do not sell. Salah would be my big advice of the week. My big advice of the week is do not sell Salah. If you own Watkins, captain him. If you own Haaland, captain him. I'm going Palmer. I'm going Bruno Weiss. Ladies and gents, that is my team. That is my team. If you haven't already done so, do consider playing the Pick'em game from Sleeper. This is an awesome game. They're giving away £thousands worth of prizes every match day. Just scan the QR code and you're straight in if you're already on the app. If you're not on the app, it takes seconds to download. It's free. It's awesome. I gave away a PS5 last week. I gave away a £100 Amazon voucher last week. Loads of cool prizes. So do check Pick'em out. If you're not already in the chat, get on it. Sleeping on Madueke. The problem is minutes, but yeah, I like Madueke, and he is around. He's like start. He'll start like every other game, I think. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me this morning. That is all we've got time for today. The deadline it's seconds away. It's seconds away. Yeah, get Sammy's on Sleeper. He likes it. Do get it. Give it a go. Scan that QR code on the screen. Pause now and scan, or click the link in the description. It's been loads of fun. I'm going to run. I planned to do 45 minutes. I did 3 hours. You guys have been amazing for being with me. Thank you to all your comments in the chat. Thank you so much to Sammy, who's been with us from minute 1. He's been modding along. Thank you to Offcore Jay. You've been modding as well. So good. Andy and so many others. Casey, you've been so active in the chat as well. Appreciate you all. I might be back tomorrow morning. No, I should. 9:30 tomorrow morning. Be here again. So come and say hello. Good luck this game week. Let's go Palmer captain tomorrow. Enjoy the football today. To confirm, if you have just tuned in, if you haven't already seen, Everton Liverpool is off. Guys, see you later. Bye-bye.